Can it? Can this be a real thing? Can it?
Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to the Chit Show.
We're on brand.
Um,
And it's been
Love
but
you, Janet.
we're going to open with Orange Hat. So he has something he wants to talk about. We're going to start off with. So here we go. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Well, welcome everybody to the Uncensored bit of us. So, there was actually, or I saw this thing of Mark Dice earlier this morning, and it's essentially this, or we are all seeing a very, not really going to say war, but there's a lot of polarizing racial issues going on, and the whole reparations thing has come up a lot
Again,
mind you. Yeah. And well, there's this one guy who you know what? He kind of sounds better if you speed it up to like 1.5. So I'm gonna speed it up to 1.5 just because he sounds a little bit better and a lot crazier too when he says it. But yeah, Mark Dice, or this is from a Mark Dice video, so please don't copyright us, Mark Dice. We love you, buddy. So yeah, just take a listen.
Down everything at CVS. What's their solution, you ask? I'll have this man explain.
There's only one thing that would stop our children from busting into these liquor stores. There's only one thing that would stop our kids from busting into these jewelry stores, stealing watches and jewelry, and that's reparations.
And this is directly from Washington.
So they're saying essentially, folks, that the only way that they're going to stop busting into stores, stealing shit, stop committing crimes, is to essentially extort the state into paying them reparations. Now, I'm sorry, but in this sort of situation, there's only really one thing to be done, as that man has stated full intent to commit crimes in order to get reparations. That man should therefore be arrested for intent, or basically making his intent clear that he is going to break the law. Now,
right.
You could say, well, he hasn't broken the law yet. Yes, that is true. But here's the thing. Get your fucking police force in action. Make sure that when they do break the law, you are there to stop them before they do any serious damages. Why do you think Chicago is such a shithole right now? Why do you think California is such a shithole right now? I mean, hell, Chicago's so bad, they actually got rid of Kentucky Fried Chicken from the black neighborhoods. Now, yes, a lot of people are going to say, oh my God, he just fucking went there. That's not me joking. They literally got rid of the KFCs from the black neighborhoods in Chicago because, well, yeah, there's too much crime there. But they don't dare say that. They got to say, well, there's several different reasons why we're moving. It's just not sustainable enough anymore. Yeah, that's because a bunch of freaking people in those neighborhoods. Now, I'm not saying this as a slight against black people. Crime happens in all different races. But in this case, that area is predominantly black.
Well, argue ahead, it's even worse because you had a member of Congress, I don't know, the bald Klingon, whoever her name is, that I don't know where that God, I can't believe it. She's an idiot. She basically said that like they were closing down Walgreens or Walmart somewhere, and was basically saying it's because these corporate people are being racist to black people. No, they don't want to be ripped off all the time because you're stealing all the time. You had Gavin Lizardface Newsom. Actually, what did he say? He was on a Zoom call, and then they were there. He was there buying things at Target, and then the guy walked out, and they going, "Why aren't you stopping that guy?" And he goes, "Well, the governor." No, what do you mean the governor? Why can't you stop him? They're stealing something, and he didn't know that. Is he that dense that he's causing all these issues in California? But again, you've got people who will continually it's basically white women. White woke women who are destroying America with all this bullshit. They run all the HR departments in corporations and companies, and they're just destroying America. It's insane.
Well, it's not just them. I mean, honestly, the problem with white or woke women, to give you all the idea, or to basically clarify this, most of them are fucking single issue voters, and all of them or the main issue for them is they want their ability to wrap an umbilical cord around their kid's neck or just have it pulled to pieces out of their coochie cooch.
But it's not a kid.
That's basic.
It's a cell.
Yeah, it is. But then we also have the other thing. I think I'm still sharing.
And in fact, but I remember that Janet had brought up one time the whole idea that they're selling body parts. It's now confirmed. The mainstream media is talking about it, but it's not
really.
But it's not being touted by mainstream media. It's by the big networks. But it's out there now on X. It's being leaked that they're doing these things, selling body parts, doing this stuff, and I'm going, why is it no? It's not a big deal. They don't care. Or it doesn't fit the narrative. It's insane. It really is a shit show.
Yep.
Wow.
The other thing,
I know. Then you basically have. Sorry.
If you can.
I'm trying to find my other stuff that I lost all
the
of
other
it.
thing.
I can't because I'm still trying to get back to it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No way.
I lost everything. I had to start over again.
It's all right.
And then you had the counter programming going on because you had the explosive, in my opinion, not boring, interview with Putin by Tucker Carlson, and now you have the blowback. You have Chris piece of shit Wallace on CNN saying that, calling Tucker Carlson useful idiot. You got a senator saying he's a useful idiot because, again, Tucker yesterday, I believe, posted how beautiful the subways are in Russia, how abundant the supermarkets are, and that they're saying that he's now spreading Russian propaganda. He went out there and he actually did the work that you won't tout, and then they tout out the fact that Putin had this Russian dissident murdered in prison, which I don't believe is true at all. I believe that the CIA and the new deep state put somebody in there to get him, just like they did with Derek Chauvin. They had an FBI informant stab the guy 22 times. They're going out. They're just trying to clean up their tracks and detract from Fanny Pack Willis and all these different things. And they're touting now what Trump's had to pay $355 million in a fraud suit that never existed because they're just trying to get rid of Trump. Right. And again, it's not Trump. It never was about Trump. It's about American people. It's about you. It's about me. It's about everything. And I'm just done with this shit. It is insane.
And I do believe he's also appealing, so he's not going to have to pay anything until the appeals go forward. So yeah, he doesn't have to pay that woman who falsely accused him of rape. He doesn't have to pay the $355 million until appeals.
Right.
But yeah, the whole Fannie Willis thing is another thing that I want to talk about too, because we We've been seeing the whole thing where she's doing her conduct court and whatever. And she literally admitted to not just the one that I'm going to share, but she admitted to several other felonies while being interrogated, because it's
Was
like,
it fashion?
seriously.
Before we share that, I want to share this other one with her lover.
Mhm.
Her hot
Go ahead,
man.
share that one first.
Was fashion sense something she did wrong too? Because she wore her dress backwards.
Yeah, she had her dress on.
Fanny Pack Willis.
This guy right here.
That's a perfect.
Oh, God.
Oh,
No. Too much flesh.
No. Whoa.
No.
Did you go to a
Okay. Sorry, I wanted to
It's too much
laugh a little
chocolate.
bit after having such a shitty start.
Yeah.
My computer's a piece of shit,
Yeah.
and I'm not computer literate. So
your computer's not a piece
maybe
of
if I had blonde hair,
Princess.
I'd be smarter and be able to do stuff. But oh well.
If you had what?
How did you get your computer fixed, Janet? How did you?
I returned it off, turned it back on, turned it off, turned it back on, turned it off, turned it back on, and finally the mouse worked. I didn't have to push any buttons or do anything. So I don't know. Maybe
I'll
I
fix
got
it for
something
you.
wrong with my computer.
I'll fix it.
Yeah.
But
I
I'm
mean,
going to add this to
that's
the
the crazy
stage for
thing.
you.
This-
Is that did you already talk about this one?
Yes.
Not yet.
Or is this the new one?
Not yet.
Okay. This
But
is
yeah,
the
this
one
is
you
the one
want.
that yes, this is the one I want. A lot of people have been sharing this out, so I'm only going to play a small bit of it, but then I'm going to scroll down to some of the comments because
Well, one of the things that I want to say before you do that, I watched both of the things, all the testimony. That's what I've been doing for 2 days on Spaces. Is I was in Trash Discourses space the first day for the gentleman, and then today for Fanny and the other dweeby kid, whoever his name is. I don't remember his name.
Yeah.
But all of them, work
Wade or
together
some shit.
basically and cover for each other. But basically, if you listen to the testimony, it's like they're trying to make sure they say certain words and make sure that it's on record. Like she constantly says liar, liar. You guys are liars because you're lying about me. You're lying about me because I'm black. She made sure she said all that stuff. Her dad, that used to be a Black Panther. Okay, that's one thing you have to realize. When he testified, he said that the militia was after him. That every day that after Fanny moved out and before she moved out, that basically the deplorables, were outside doing graffiti and hounding them 24/7. And I was thinking, wow, what a wonderful daughter to run off and move to another apartment or a complex or a condo and leave your elderly dad there alone to get accosted or beat or shot or stabbed by all these horrible deplorables that are out there doing graffiti and shit when he's going to his car and stuff. Okay. But she also leaves him. Okay. So all this stuff is we're supposed to believe that all of us are a bunch of racists and we hate her and we just want her gone, basically, is what they're trying to make sure comes out in the court. So go ahead and play that your thing now. I'm sorry. That's all I want to do is make sure everybody knew that because I wasn't talking about it earlier.
It's okay. And yeah, we will discuss that too. But yeah, here's the thing of her actually admitting to committing a felony.
It's been my whole life. When I took out a large amount of money on my first campaign, I kept some of the cash of that. Like, to tell you.
So yeah, she literally said, when I took out a large amount of money from my first campaign, I kept some of that cash from that.
See,
But she doesn't say how much.
Doesn't matter. She said she kept a large amount.
She keeps $10 when the money's supposed to go towards her campaign, and she uses it to go buy lipstick, a new tube of lipstick. That's still spending it on herself instead of her campaign. So it's still breaking the law.
Right.
But yep. And it says here, if you do a simple Google search of can you keep campaign donations? Politicians cannot keep any campaign funds for themselves. Contributions must be used during the campaign to pay for related expenses. They are not intended for personal use. Any money that is left over after a candidate drops out or once the election is over must be used to pay off debts. That's the law, folks. And she literally admitted to break the law that y'all are going after her simply because she's black. Make no mistake, if I was somebody that was the one making or bringing this to attention and whatnot, I wouldn't care if she's black. I wouldn't care if she's white. I wouldn't care if she is fucking purple. If you break the law, you're going to fuck around and find out. In this case, this woman has indeed fucked around and found out because she kept on fucking that guy when before she even hired him for the DA prosecution. Turns out it might actually have been in 2019 that these two were starting to bump their uglies, because according to one of her friends, she threw her under the bus. I mean, this woman is one of the most corrupt women.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
But,
definitely corrupt.
I mean, and
I
all the
was
time they want to
shocked.
make it a race issue. It's like, fuck your race issues, man. There's no such
Because
thing.
it's always paid off. I mean, all they've ever had to do is pull the race card and everybody shuts up and walks the other way. People come into a store and rob it and take everything off the shelf and walk out. Well, if they're black, they can just walk out. If you're white, you're going to have a harder time leaving with a bag of 5 items, let alone, a whole garbage bag full of things.
No, this shit's
So
done. They're gonna be murdered.
they're using it to their detriment, okay? Because now they have millions of people coming over the border that don't look like them. They're Hispanic. So now the Hispanics are on the pedestal and the blacks are being thrown under the bus, basically. And the blacks are starting to get upset about it because now the Fannie Willis is no longer the top-notch person anymore that they're going to cater to. See? And this whole thing is proving it. I mean, the fact that they're even trying to get rid of her, and that's all this is about, was being able to fire the DA. The fact that she was even hired as a DA is crappy of a lawyer that she is, because she couldn't even shut up long enough to answer any of your questions. I kept saying the whole time I'm watching it, it was like, where's her lawyer that's telling her to stop talking? Because she's giving an explanation for everything, and all it was a yes/no answer. Okay.
No, because they want to lie.
But but it doesn't matter. When you're on the stand and you have a lawyer, your lawyer is supposed to try to protect you from yourself, okay? Because she's upset or whatever the reason. I mean, the third guy that I saw testify today was the only one that actually seemed like a decent witness or a person on the stand. He only answered what was asked, and he was limited as possible with his answers. And I was like, he's the only one up there that's testified at all that feels like he has something to lose. The other 3, the dad, Fanny, and her lover, Mr. Watts or whatever his name is, acted like their shit don't stink, and they could say whatever the fuck they want, and they don't give a fuck. Because they don't think that they're touchable. They think that they are invincible and that this means nothing. The sad fact is, or the truth, that what this means, it doesn't mean nothing now because it's just her job on the line. But now that it's on the record, all these civil suits are going to come out because every person that Fannie Willis put in jail, okay, over this, it's going to be their families are going to be saying, give me a pro bono lawyer. We're taking them to court. Because she's proven that she's corrupt. She'll take money. She'll do this, that, and the other. All these people are going to be fighting to get new trials. See, that's what they're so arrogant They're so arrogant and thinking they're untouchable. They can go on to Aruba, Bermuda. They can take any trip they want. They can spend any money they want, and nobody's going to do shit because they're untouchable. That's what they think. But now they've opened a whole Pandora's box of legal problems because of their big mouths, because they couldn't sit there and testify and just answer the questions. How hard can that be for somebody who's supposed to be a freaking DA, for God's sakes?
Yeah, but you have to remember that the Fannie did speak to members of Congress and senators. They're doing this to get after Trump. They are in collusion. So
yeah, but this is totally different. This is for her job. Okay. Yeah, but this is for all that. But why couldn't she sit there and just say yes, no, and answer the questions like a normal person?
Because she wants. She doesn't want to do that. She wants to basically let them know this is bullshit what you're doing. So I'm not going to play along with your game the way it should be played. Because I am going to fuck around with you.
She has to.
Like she
that's
likes
what
to
they
fuck
told her
around
to
in
do.
bed.
That's what the Biden administration told her to do. She's doing exactly what they want to say.
Just ridiculous. So
I'm going to point something out. I'm going to point something out. A lot of people are going to call me racist. If you notice, a lot of the conservative media has pointed this out, where Brandon Johnson, the woke mayor of Chicago, is one of the most corrupt because he recently got rid of the shot catcher thingy, that system that helps detect shots and whatnot. Also, so yeah, he's basically increasing crime in Chicago. Not only that, you also have that mayor, what's her name? Hairdoll or Maynard or Haynard or whatever. The one that is misusing all sorts of shit and breaking the law in her small little town. I mean, Illinois happens to be one bent fucking state when it comes to these people. And yet they're saying that, oh, white people are the problem. White people are the problem. Doesn't matter if you're fucking white, black, or whatever. But if you really want to fucking pull the race card, all this shit, why are all the fucking black people that are in positions of power showing to be some of the most corrupt?
Right.
I mean, you guys are all saying, oh, you're just coming after us because you're racist and this and that. No, it's because you're fucking breaking the law. It's because you're actually freaking breaking the law.
They're allowed to do that. They're doing it because they're allowed to do it. They're protected.
Reparations? I want fucking reparations for all the time my fucking ancestors were enslaved to the British.
And
why do we do my taxes?
You still don't get it. They're doing it's all on purpose. They're doing this to get it to go. They're going to all this is to stop Trump. 100%. So Fannie, Letitia James, Smith, all of them, all of E.J. Carroll. They're all doing this so that they can just they can put it out there in the narrative for the dumbass idiots, like all 315 probably of the dumbest people in the world, or in the United States.
I can't believe that Ruben called those people dumb as fuck.
And people from Laredo, and everyone from Laredo is just they believe this shit. They believe that Trump is bad, and you see it right now where they say they had the Trump thing that he had the 355 million. They're saying that he's corrupt. He see 91 this and that, and they repeat the lie that every news outlet's saying all that stuff.
I was a rapist and I'm black.
But the thing is, what do you think if you remember?
Holy shit, dude.
Here gets even scarier. If Fannie tells them the truth, then she will be Clinton. She will end up done like Epstein.
Well,
yes, she will.
Maybe.
Yeah,
but
I'm sure they're all thinking about that.
One thing I will say is I am proud of my Congresswoman Stefanik, because she actually filed a bar ethics complaint against Letitia James up in New York, because she showed that there was absolute prosecutorial misconduct, even though she's winning all those things against Trump. It still doesn't change the fact that there is prosecutorial misconduct. Honestly, Trump should sue for malicious prosecution with the videos that they had of, oh, one name, Donald Trump, we're going to get him. We're going to be a pain in his ass. It's like, woman, you literally just shown that you have a personal bias and you are going after this person with a personal vendetta. In any other state, you would have been disbarred. You would have been kicked out of the DA's office for that. But it's because New York is such a fucking liberal state. And honestly, those pieces of shit in Albany really do need to suffer some sort of a natural disaster that is
what
rather
you
permanent.
just said is the reason why I think the judge let her ramble on and do what she was doing, because people were saying, why isn't he telling her to be quiet? Why aren't they telling her to be quiet? It's because he is going to dismiss her. He's going to make her lose her job. He's going to tell her she's no longer DA. And that's why, because he let her ramble on. So later on, they wouldn't be able to do that. Yeah.
But the thing is that there's a conflict of interest.
To deny
He's
it. It's like
basically-
he
reports to her.
Yeah, but
At
not really.
He did, but not now.
Yeah, but the thing is, he had to let her hang herself because he didn't want later on for them to say, well, you didn't let her speak, you didn't let her do this, you didn't let her. Basically, she ran the court. You know, she just blah, 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 just ran her mouth like crazy. So, you know, no one's going to say, oh, yeah, you got a leg to stand on if you go back to court, because it's not going to work. Okay.
Right.
But now that the Pandora's box is wide open. And I'm telling you, everybody and their brother that's in jail, that's been put in jail since she's been DA, is all on their phone with their lawyers going, I want a retrial. I want a retrial.
I don't think so.
And
well,
that's,
we'll see.
Oh, it is.
I
Because
really
here's the
believe
thing,
it.
Ruben. If
I
a
really
DA or a cop or a detective has shown that they fucked around with evidence, or if they have acted any unethical manner,
or
or
lie.
anything like that,
Yeah, all
if
those
you or if any of that has been found to happen, their entire caseload, both past, present, and future, or all three, are called into question. Anybody that they locked up can get a retrial, even if it is a person who is actually guilty of the most heinous things. They can get retrials due to the corruption that was responsible for prosecuting them. Because if that person is corrupt, how many other things did they do? Like, what other things did they do that
wasn't
was
just
corrupt
her,
while those
okay?
things were going on?
But with the testimony
anything.
that you got to hear the other two more lawyers from that same group that lied about records, about what they spent money on, all that stuff. So that's two more. So basically, it made the whole thing look corrupt. Like everybody in the DA's office is corrupt. So more people are going to demand a bigger investigation and all. You just see it's going to get huge.
So.
Yeah, I think it's going to happen because the uproar of the people. I mean, this is a big thing, and it's sad to say, but you know, they need it. The people have a right to a fair trial. Okay, guess what? I got called Tuesday morning. I got to show up for jury duty Tuesday and Wednesday, both days. I've got to be there by 8:30 in the morning and be ready to go, because they're going to see whether or not they're going to pick me, because you know, they'll have the jury pool there, the panel or whatever. They'll come out and get us and they'll interview us, and whether I get it picked or not, I won't know. I can either get picked Tuesday or Wednesday. Both days I got to be there. But I just wanted to let you guys know I got my letter. We have a letter there saying, yeah, you got to show up. We got court. So I'm excited because I'm going to actually get to find out what it is to be on a jury. But the thing is that people deserve fair trial, just like she does. Okay, this woman, anyone else is going to go to trial, because this was just to see whether she get fired. But now she might actually get charged, you know, because of what came out. Okay, and I think they will. I really do think all of them were going to get charged with something. Not the dad. I think he's the only one that's not going to get charged with anything unless they can prove he took money or something. But I don't think so. I think he's just going to be left out to dry by his daughter. And it's sad. I mean, it's really sad that so many people are affected because 2 or 3 people are greedy assholes, and they have to drag 50 people down with them. You know, it's just really sad. But that's the way it is. That's why we have to be able to punish people when they break the law this way, because they're hurting innocent people. All the people and families of all the people that were put in jail, just like. I mean, honestly, with watching what they did today or the last 2 days, I could see her saying, well, I don't like that guy. He's a dick. He treated me bad, or he snubbed me, or he did this, that, and the other. I want him to fry, you know? I mean, it wouldn't shock me in the least if she did that because of who she proved she was by her testimony to me. And I've never broke the law. I've not even gotten a speeding ticket. Okay. I don't smoke. I do drink. I have fun, but I try to be a good American. You know, I try to follow the law, pay my bills, pay my taxes. I try to be a good person. And when I see people like that get away with so much corruption, okay, just in their job. Okay, this isn't even in her everyday life. I'm thankful that I don't know this woman, because who knows what kind of lies and shit she would have told me or used me for. And I see that happen to a lot of people. They get hurt by family and friends by lies and deceit. Okay, so you know, it's just sad, but I'm glad that this is coming out, and the people of this city, to see what that kind of DA they had, hopefully they'll all gather together and say, we deserve better. Our people deserve to have fair trials. We deserve to have fair juries, judges, and whatever else, and say, we got to do something. We got to restructure our city and make some changes. I hope, because when you get to watch some of this other stuff, it's just shocking that this goes on. But, you know, I'm in a small town now, and, you know, I'm going to do the best I can to be a good person and show up for my jury duty and do the best job I can if I get picked. But I'd hope that everyone I know would do the same thing if they were asked to do it, because you deserve a fair trial too, just like everyone else in this country. You're supposed to have a jury of your peers, which means people that live around you in the same environment that you live in. And hopefully there's some people that aren't corrupt and liars and will take a bribe so to make sure you fry for something you didn't do. You know, I won't do it, but I'm sure many of people will. And that's sad. But if I'm the one person that's not corrupt on the jury and I say, fuck you guys, I'm not hanging this person because there's not enough evidence. Well, guess what? They don't fry, because I will stop them from frying.
Unanimous. Yep,
You know,
has to be unanimous.
That's exactly right. But how come there's 2 Sandys?
Sandy got cloned.
So I'm gonna kick out the other one. So I
All
remove this
depends.
one.
I don't know.
Well, I just kicked the other one out, so hopefully I can. But that's all I wanted to say. But now let me go to my bookmarks again and pull up the other thing that I had. The other bookmark, if I can open it again. Okay, that one was fun, but
Hey, Joe's Atmosphere.
okay, here is. This one is about her being a bad mom by her own testimony. Okay, her own testimony proves that
What?
she's not a very good mom. But let me show you this. Okay, we'll push pause and I'm gonna turn it up so you can hear it. Oh, it's all the way up. Darn, I keep messing up. I'm gonna make it bigger. Is that big enough for everybody?
Yeah, that's great.
Okay, here we go.
Can't hear anything.
I can hear it. Just got to turn up my volume.
You said that you stayed there at what I would call the Yerti condo until January of 2022, correct? Yes. Okay, so I'm asking you, in that period, which be February to April of 2021 until January of 22. Did any of your children stay at your house?
And you don't have to yell at me, I'm able to understand. So I would ask you to not yell at me. That being said, I don't actually expressly remember, but I can tell you, since I have left my home, there have been times my oldest daughter came in. But I can't tell you with certainty the time window that you said, if they did or not. So I don't want to speculate to that. But there was some time that my oldest daughter came back. Whether it was that period after I left the Yuri residence, I'm not sure. Okay.
Okay, so if I continue to go into more detail on this, you're not going to be able to give me an answer whether or not, in fact, any of your children were still at the house or staying at your house during that time period, correct?
What I can give you clarity of, so that we are clear, is from the time I moved out in February-ish of 2021, after I left there, there was a time period that my oldest daughter came back. But if you're asking me, was it in that window or after, I just don't have a recollection of that, because, you know, the kids come and they go.
So I just thought that made her look pretty bad. The fact that she doesn't even know if her kids came to see her. And what really made her look bad is when her dad testified and he talked about getting to be at his daughter's house and getting to see his grandkids and stuff. So basically, he was talking about getting to see all her kids in her
Your
in
sister
her
wants back in.
Yeah, I'm trying to let her back in.
There we go.
What I'm saying is that she testifies that she doesn't even know when her kids came, but the grandpa does. See, to me, that it's pathetic. And here she's the DA. Think about it. She's the DA, and did she not prepare at all to give any answers or to any of these questions? Like
They're entitled, Janet. When you're entitled, you don't think about giving answers. You just know. Like that one lady who got upset because someone called her a musician. She goes, "What do you think that is? You think I'm a magician or something? I'm a I do singing. I make songs."
Yeah, I know.
They're-
She's an idiot.
Yeah, it's just that's how they are. These people get so entitled that why prepare? You know? I'm privileged because I get reparations. I was the one, my family was slave owners. So stupid. You know,
Oh,
Sonny got
Sonny
called on
Austin.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
Sonny got called on that. I love it. Oh, I
Same
guess
here,
it's a
man.
fact of life.
Yeah.
I was
That
trying to
was
get
so
time with
freaking great. She's like, I don't know how to think about this. And also, my ancestors were Republicans. It's like, oh,
So
gosh,
what you're
have
man.
telling
sense
wait, so you're
about
telling me
it.
they had common sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Because
mean,
again,
also LeVar Burton.
the
Right.
ancestors,
Found out,
ancestors. Because again, remember they had all these black congressmen were the first batch. You had Republicans dying or being beaten to death in the chamber of the Senate
Mm-hmm.
during abolition,
Mhm.
Yep.
and they totally forget about this. I don't know. It's so stupid.
Yes.
Well, it's not that they totally forgot. It's the fact that we're not even teaching history anymore.
Nope.
You know, and they're rewriting it. They're taking books out of schools and changing the history. They're taking statues down.
Yeah, they want to dumb us down.
And they don't even teach cursive now. So you got a kid that's going to graduate from high school in 10 years that can't even read the any of these old documents in a museum for themselves.
Right.
I mean, just think about it. Somebody in a space this morning was talking about how they could write notes to each other, the dads, and pass them back and forth. And because the kids didn't learn cursive in school, they couldn't read them. So they thought they were passing secret notes that were ineligible for the children to read. And it was heartbreaking because the kids can't read cursive. You know, old letters that your grandparents wrote to each other, love letters or anything, your kids could get them out of the box and they wouldn't even be able to read them to each other because they can't read.
Right.
Cursive.
Like Janet, like these letters, remember?
Yeah, I know. And isn't that heartbreaking? It should hurt people to think about how little your children are going to know compared to what you did. And it wasn't that long ago. You know, one generation ago, and the child was not going to be able to read documents that you were able to read or letters that you wrote when you were young in cursive. It's flabbergasting to me. But the thing is, this whole case should open up everyone's eyes about your own towns and your own states, about what type of shit is going on in your courts. We've been saying this for years. Like in New York, these three thugs that are illegals beat the crap out of these cops, right? They get arrested, they go in and they're thrown right back out again, right back on the street to do the exact same thing. How many times do you and I and the rest of the people that are working, paying their taxes, trying to raise their kids, trying to be good Americans and take care of the stuff, their responsibilities, how long are we going to sit around and let the courts walk all over us? If you didn't pay your bill, they're going to come and turn off your power, right?
Nice.
These people get a free place to live, free food, and if they go and break the law, beat cops, rob stores, beat women, rape women, whatever it is, and guess what? They just get right back on the street. Why? So if we take we denounce our citizenship, are we going to be treated better? We say,
No.
fuck you, we're not paying our taxes. Fuck you. I'm not an American citizen. Fuck you. I don't give a fuck. And then they go, okay, well, you're one of us now. So let's go around and fuck everybody because we don't give a fuck. Is that what we're supposed to do? That's what they're telling me to do? Is that I don't mean shit if I'm not a citizen. Sorry about
Vivek
my rant.
Ramaswamy. That's okay. Vivek Ramaswamy was on Twitter earlier today. He was posting something about how the Trump administration is going to clean shit up and whatnot. It's like, well, you motherfucking better, because here's the thing. Trump is a Band-Aid right now. This country is dead. We are fucked. So you better get Republicans winning elections after Trump. You better make sure that Republicans go as far as fucking possible. But here's another thing.
I don't trust Republicans at all.
Well, you better have ones that are actually of proper mind,
It's going to be us,
shall I say.
Orange
But
Hat.
here's the thing. Yeah, I know.
It's us.
But here's the thing. If they don't start freaking holding Democrats responsible and shit, after what they did to Santos, and they won't fucking do that shit to the squad and whatnot for their freaking shit, it's like, I don't think you guys fully realize just how on the edge we are. The match is lit. The match is fucking lit. The powder keg is a ways down, but the match is already fucking lit and dropped. You guys do not realize that if you can't freaking get shit back in order, we will fucking overthrow your asses. We will freaking say, enough is enough. You failed your job. It is now time for us to reorganize our government because you can't do it. And if you try to use any sort of force against us, we will go guerrilla warfare. We will do things that go against the conventional rules of warfare, because that's the only way that you win against a superior force. You break the fucking rules, just like the Democrats have been breaking the fucking rules for goddamn decades.
We have to be sure that you guys realize that by just getting another person in the White House isn't going to fix our problems.
It isn't.
Okay?
After Trump, this country is on the spiral downhill.
I know, because you got to think about it. You got the congressmen and the senators, right? And most of them don't like Trump. They don't want him in office, and they're not going to vote or do anything to help him. So just like the first time, he's going to have to use executive orders, right? Because look, all the work that he did. He almost had the fence the southern border fence almost completely done, and look how fast that
Biden
on
tore that
day
shit
one
down.
Biden was writing his own executive orders and undoing Trump's.
Yeah, and they
And
were
they're selling pieces of our border.
yes, tear it
Okay.
up, cutting it
Yeah.
up,
No,
allowing
by the
border
way, I do want to
yeah.
clarify because there is a legal issue that I may have created. I personally, right now, am not planning on starting a freaking overthrowing of our government.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not about to freaking go all revolutionary. I don't have the fucking resources for that shit. And even if I did, I'm not really a leader. I'll freaking admit that right now. But you know the best way to actually fix this whole damn thing? I have said it often, and I'll say it again. You start with a Palpatine, you end with a Maximus. You're going to have to do shit that people are going to fucking hate you for. You are going to literally have to suspend the Constitution. You are going to have to basically send the military into states because those states are refusing to do law and order. You're going to have to send the military in a law and order capacity. You're going to have to essentially violate civil rights in order to get this country back on track. But here's the other thing.
That's what's going on right now. They're suspending
Yes, they are.
the Constitution by not following any of it.
Right.
Yes, but here's the thing. As I said, you start with the Palpatine, that's the Palpatine phase from Star Wars, if you know Palpatine, the Emperor. Then you end with the Maximus from Gladiator. You basically turn the shit back over, you relinquish your powers, and yes, you do the freaking prison time. You actually allow yourself, look, I mean, if it was me, I could do that. It'd be like, here's the thing. I'm going to do this. You're going to hate me. But afterward, after a certain amount of time, 8 years, I will relinquish myself. I will surrender to the United States government, and I will do the freaking time. But here's the thing. At least I did what I had to fix this fucking country. And if that meant suspending democracy, which we are never, we never have been.
Nope.
So be it. Because here's the thing, I would also one of the things I would do, you all want to fucking do your little indoctrinative shit. Here's another indoctrinative shit. All the fucking media will not ever be allowed, the mainstream media that is, Fox included, will not be allowed to answer or to ask questions in the White House press unless they themselves admit to the American people that they have lied to them for years, calling the United States a democracy, or freaking bullshitting and lying and whatnot. Until they do that, they won't get called on. I'd actually bring YouTubers into my fucking White House press room. People like Black Conservative Perspective. I'd even fucking allow Tim Pool, as crazy as he is. Civil War, World War III. Shut the fuck up, man. And take that hat off. You're not me. But anyway, but
Well,
yeah,
he has a really nice dome.
You're gonna have to freaking do the tyrannical thing, but you also are going to have the fortitude to step down when you have done your job. Meaning, you're going to have to accept that you will be arrested and you will go to prison for what you have done.
Right.
Me personally, I'm willing to do that. And yes, I'm willing to understand that people would hate me for it. Because honestly, I don't give a fuck what they think. This is what needs to be done. This is how this shit needs to be stopped. Because these Democrats, honestly, it's like, as I have been given full control, here's the thing. The Squad, you are going to be investigated for ties to terrorism. Chuck Schumer, or not Chuck Schumer, but Pelosi, you're going to be investigated for insider trading. Mitch McConnell, you're going to be removed from office because you are unfit. It wouldn't just be Democrats, folks. I would go after Republicans too. And I would tell them flat out, yes, we are a constitutional republic. But unfortunately, our Constitution has been suspended due to the fact that that it has been abused and essentially raped due to the fact that Democrats, who are the very party that is against what our forefathers wanted, have been abusing it. Look at California. I would say California, we are cutting off all funding to you. And we are also about to claim your cities under eminent domain, as well as the island of Alcatraz, because we are about to reinstate that island's status as a prison. It will be a federal prison, not a state prison. Also, y'all are complaining about prison overpopulation and whatnot. Guess what? Every prisoner who has a life sentence will be put to death.
Wow.
You will be, or if you are serving consecutive life sentences, you will be put to death. If you have, or if you are now, by the way, those are for those who were convicted beyond reasonable doubt. If you were convicted, or rather convicted beyond all doubt, if you were beyond reasonable doubt, and if you feel that you were convicted falsely and whatnot, we'll have people look into your case. But if it turns out that you were rightly convicted, we'll put you to death. The entire, or the U.S. would start to invoke a federal death penalty for all the states. It doesn't matter, or I would essentially be stripping the states of their authority if I was, or if
But
it
see,
required
all of that requires good judges, honest judges. And as of right now, I'm not going to say it's half, but it's almost
There are none
half
right now.
that I can tell that are corrupt. Because I've been to a lot of courts with friends of mine in 2 different states, and they seemed like good judges. Listening to them, watching the way they interact with the people and the bailiffs, and talking to other people, they're middling around outside the courtroom. It seemed pretty, but these are smaller towns. These weren't big cities or anything like that. The problem is that the big cities they're all blue. Every single one of them, and they're trashy and they're dirty. That was some of the comments too that I've seen from some of the spaces on X, was about the comments they were talking about was the Tucker's little interviews that he's been doing, and talking about how clean the cities and stuff were in Russia compared to our country. They don't have
Bush,
all these sick drug addicts laying in the streets and all this kind of stuff, So
Bush,
Yeah.
if you're talking about the January 6th stuff, they would, or those people would be automatically pardoned and charges against them dropped, as well as pay, or they would be given actual reparations due to the fact that they were held without trial and they were held without due process.
Right.
If you're talking about I was talking about all the people who have been serving life sentences and whatnot, they would be put to death, because I'm sorry, we do not need to be letting them live out their lives after they either took a life or did something terrible to somebody's kid or some woman or whatever. Those are automatic those are automatic execution crimes, in my opinion.
Gone.
Yep, pedophiles, automatic things. And here's another thing: they would be done in public. I would execute, or I would have them publicly executed, including, or if it finds out people like the squad with leading an insurrection and whatnot.
Well, they did.
They would do their time, and
They're
they
the
would
ones-
also not be allowed to have any sort of commissary. I would be doing a full overhaul yes, I understand it would be a full-blown tyrant. And then after the 8 years, if I haven't, or if shit hasn't proved and whatnot, fine, I'll give up my power right then, and I'll go to prison. And the power will go back to the Congress and Senate, and you will hold a special election for president. However, if it still is going on, it goes another 4 years. If it still is needed.
And that's another thing. You got people that say there's nobody left that's not corrupt that would do that. But I think like Rand Paul would do it.
Right. Rand Paul would probably do it.
I think there's plenty of people that are actually in office that would do their do what you're saying, that would do what they had to do to get us to where we need to be, and be able to leave and not be corrupt. I really do believe that we still have that.
Orange Chat, one president did it. A second president almost did it. Who were those two presidents?
I believe one of them had the last name of Roosevelt.
Well, not really.
And another one was frickin' what's his name? Nixon.
In the good way, it was the first one was Lincoln during the war.
Hi, Sandy.
Huh?
Hi.
Hi.
Hi,
And
Janet. You look beautiful tonight.
Thank you.
Orange hat. I like your orange hat. Ruben,
Lincoln,
good to see you.
Hello.
Bruce, always a pleasure.
Oh man, I'm sorry. I dropped for a little bit because like I just had all that fatigue from today hit me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's let Ruben finish what he was saying, and then you can put your 2 cents in.
Yeah. Lincoln did that during the Civil War.
Mm-hmm.
He acted as a tyrant, but he did relinquish his power, and then the war ended. The second one who did not a tyrant but did a lot in his presidency was Calvin Coolidge. He actually did do a lot of things. He cut a lot of programs in half, and that's the approach that I prefer. I prefer the approach of, okay, get rid of IRS, get rid of all these departments, cut it back. Just like what Milley's doing like what Milley's doing in Argentina. Get rid of these departments. Think about it. Every department they've created, Department of Homeland Security has caused all these problems. Department of Energy has caused all these problems. Education, we went from first in the nation to 24th in the world. It's insane. We just screwed it up. And then, you know, it has to be done at the state level. States
Jen, can you bring that back
up? Yeah, just a minute. I will. Do you want to talk about it?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay.
Ruben, what do you think about this? Because, there's a 3-strike law in most states. Like, you continue to commit the same crime, you go away. It depends on, like you were saying earlier, Janet, about who the judge is and who the DA is and whether or not they want to prosecute. And there are a lot of judges that don't want to make themselves look bad because they want to continue to be in their position, you know. And the state is the one that goes, hey, you better do what you're told. And that's not the way our government is set up. It's supposed to be 3 branches: legislative, executive, and judicial. But now we have the legislative branches in states telling the judicial branches in states what to do and what to say and how to prosecute, or whether or not to prosecute. Which is, I watch a lot of LawTube, Legal Vices, Legal Mindset, Fair and Balanced. People hate her. I like her. It's fine. Nate the lawyer, he's here in Houston, and Nick Rekieta. I think you guys know who Rekieta Law is. Mm-hmm. It's very upsetting what we're seeing across this country, where innocent people are getting railroaded for optics. The judicial branch is supposed to be unbiased. They're supposed to present the law and understand the law and give a legal case, and then the judge is supposed to give a unbiased opinion on what's going on in the case. We're seeing this across the nation where they do not do that, and it's one after another.
Yeah, that's why earlier when I was saying that this whole thing with the Fannie Willis thing, or whatever her real name is, I call her Fannie, but this whole thing with this coming out with the DA being corrupt and caught with her pants down, basically a couple times,
literally caught with her pants down.
And the thing is, it's this whole thing that we've just been watching, and everybody I know, even people that aren't on X, are talking about this. Okay, this is a big thing. Okay, and it's good. Even though it sucks, I feel sorry for these people in Georgia that have had to be deal with this person and all the people that are around her that are corrupt, because she's able to snap her fingers and throw cash without receipts or anything, and
Oh God,
keeping money for herself,
$25,000 a
right?
month just for fun.
Okay, but the thing is, she was hiring people that I don't think were any more qualified than her for $60 or more an hour to be lawyers for certain people, right? But the thing is, this is all coming out, so hopefully more and more states will look at this and start saying, well, you need to look at our DA and find out what's going on in our city. And maybe people are waking up enough to where they're start making some changes in their towns and their cities, with the people stepping up and saying, we demand something happens. This person has done this, that, and the other. You know, I've heard so many horror stories about people being railroaded into jail for lots of different things. Okay. And lots of different newspapers, lots of different posts from all over the United States.
Well, you're never going to see it in the mainstream media.
Well,
you
I'm
have
not
to go to
saying
local
it
situations.
doesn't matter as long as the people step up. If we start taking our cities back, we can make a difference, and it's a lot of work, and that's the problem.
That's never gonna happen. They have complete control over legislative, judicial, and executive branches in all of their cities.
Boosh, then why is this happening with the Fannie Willis stuff?
This
it's never going to happen.
This is the goal: is to prevent any competition whatsoever, and it's been going like this since Obama. When Obama got elected, there was you can't say anything bad about Obama. If he does something wrong, like bomb 30 children
they had
with a drone strike and kill 30 children. Obama's a bad man because he killed 30 kids. You can't say that because he's black, and if you say something wrong about him, you're a racist.
He's actually half white.
And that's when it started.
Boosh. Okay. If they haven't a bootlicker, bend over, grab your ankles person right now as a DA, why would they risk getting rid of her?
Because she will continue to look a boot rather than get disbarred.
Okay, what I'm saying is she's getting booed. She's getting kicked out. So why would they let that happen?
Fannie Willis? Absolutely. Yeah. I don't think so.
Okay.
I saw her father on the stand. That dude is a crackhead. He was talking about smoking crack back in the 70s. Like,
I know, but what I'm saying is,
where's your home residence? Is your home residence in California? I've lived in California. Is your home residence in California? I've been to California.
Okay, sorry, I had to mute you. Now listen, okay, if all this stuff that came out with Fannie is on the news and everybody's seeing it and they don't do anything to get rid of her after everybody saw the testimony of all these people and they're all lying and they have evidence to prove it, that she took money that didn't belong to her, she didn't keep receipts or do anything with all the money that she's supposed to keep receipts because she's a DA. A DA knows they have to show how much they spent on lunch. Or what you know, where they've been, where they're spending their money, because they have a budget, okay, that the people of their city pay for, okay? So if nobody does anything and they just say, oh, well, she's a wonderful DA, we want everyone in the United States to have a DA as good as her, you think that's going to happen? No. I think if he's smart, this guy's going to say, she's gone, that's why he let her blah, blah, blah on the stand.
No. I disagree. They're keep her exactly
then
where she is.
That means if you were right, that we might as well fuck it and just start killing everybody and killing ourselves because there's no reason left to be American citizens.
But that's what's going to happen. You understand?
This channel does not promote
in my bedroom and let my kids find me tomorrow dead because I don't deserve to live as an American citizen because I'm never going to be free and I'm never going to have any rights. So I might as well just quit.
You might as well just wait because the illegals are going to do it all for the government. They'll get rid of all of it.
I'm not talking about where you live. I'm not talking about where Ruben lives. I'm not talking about where Sandy lives or where Bruce lives or where I live. I'm talking about the Democrat strongholds. It's impossible. They control the votes. They control the judicial branch, they control the executive branch, they
they?
control the legislative
Who's
branch, and all
they?
of these cities.
The
It's
deep state, the New World Order, everything. They control everything. They control the media. They control the Hollywood. They control the tech.
They don't control me.
Pharmaceutical.
They don't
Yes.
control me. And they
Well,
don't
they-
You're a
control
peon.
anyone else. They don't control me. I can still say when I'm going to be serving jury duty next week, and they're not going to tell me that I have to take this bribe and fuck that guy, whoever it is, or woman.
No, but
that I'm going to be on the
but the
jury
way the
board.
law, but the way the
But,
law.
so I should just lie and take money because the judge is already corrupt. Fuck them. Is that what you guys are saying?
No, what I'm saying
Okay.
is
No, that's not what I'm saying at all.
But you
I'm talking
just
about
said
these.
they're all corrupt.
No,
all
they're
the
all
judges
corrupt.
and all the people are corrupt.
I'm
So
not-
why the fuck should I give a shit? That's basically what you were saying.
So, no, that's not basically what I said. What I said was these certain areas. I'm not talking about where you live. I'm not talking about where Ruben lives or where Bruce lives or where I live or where Orange Hat. I don't know where Orange Hat lives.
So basically,
Probably
what
not there.
you're saying,
it's a
so
system.
what
That's
you're
not
saying is
what
that
that's not what I said. That's
everybody
not
in
what I said at
Georgia,
all. That's not what I said
everybody
at
in
all.
Georgia. Okay, but listen. So basically, you're saying everybody in Georgia and in the city that she lives in are fucked. If they're a normal everyday person like me, that no matter what they say or do, they're fucked because of Fannie Willis is going to get to do and say whatever she wants because she's black and because she's the DA, right? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
In Atlanta, Georgia, correct.
Okay, so she's
She
going to
is a
still
Democrat. The
job
Democrat
and be able to
stronghold.
fuck everybody she
Hang
wants.
on. Let me. You asked me a question. I'm trying to answer the question.
Okay, go
The
ahead.
Democrat strongholds. Democrats are above the law.
Mhm.
They control every aspect of human life in the cities that they control. Every single aspect of human life. So yes, that's what I'm saying. There is no recourse. She's never going to go away. And if she does, she'll retire and she'll get a massive pension and she'll just go live, pompously. And then there will be another one right
Truth,
behind
then
her.
why
Exactly.
why
Hang on.
does
There's
any
gonna be- hang on,
taxpayer put up
please,
with
hold
it?
on. Please,
Why do they
please
live
let me
there?
finish. Please let me finish. There's going to be another one just like her right behind her. Just like when Lori Lightfoot got kicked out of office in Chicago, she is living a fucking high life.
Yep.
And now we got, what's his name, Brandon Johnson, who's
Yep.
even worse in Chicago than Lori Lightfoot was. How the fuck could that happen? And Lori Lightfoot
Stupid voters.
living the high life. So no, nothing is ever going to change in these cities. They control everything. And the people that are
because they'll
corrupt
keep voting.
and they get kicked out of office
then
because
why
they're
do
so
they-
corrupt and they
Then
fucked
why
up,
did they
nothing's going
why
to
did
happen.
they even bring charges against her then? Or why are they even going to fire her? Why'd they even do any of this?
They
They're
got
trying.
it. That's the only thing they can try.
They're trying. They're trying to do it legally.
They're
Yeah,
trying.
but who's
Exactly. But they're trying. That's it.
Who's
That's-
trying?
They're
Trump.
trying.
Who's
I mean, if you
trying?
look at Haredale,
Trump.
The Americans are trying
Why?
if you
to try to stop it. That's all we can do is
But
try.
why? When they know there's no way to stop them, that tomorrow it doesn't
the only
matter
way
what.
to stop it
they're
is
fucked.
open rebellion.
So everybody should just buy
Orange
handcuffs,
has not
hook
wrong.
up their hands to their ankles, and just walk around like that all the time because that's basically where they are. They're fucked, right?
First off, I wouldn't
they don't
put any
care.
financial
People don't
power into
care.
Atlanta.
They're
If they don't care, then why did they even do any of this? Why did they
No,
even
no,
take
no,
any
no.
of this to act to
people
put it
who
on
voted-
TV or anything? Why
the
do they
people-
waste
It
any
will
money?
take the
advertising.
citizens in these cities to rise up against the government, just like what happened in
But they're not gonna because
1776.
they don't care.
Get it?
That's
right?
part of the problem.
Yes.
They're going to get so bad where
It's pretty bad already.
the separation of classes is government at the top and the civilians at the bottom. That's what's happening in California. It's happening
Okay,
in
well,
Chicago. It's happening in
Travis-
Atlanta. It's happening in
Travis is
DC, in New
saying-
York.
Travis is saying they're not trying to fire her. They're just trying to get her off the Trump case. Why? Why would they want to take anything
No.
away from Trump?
They need to
They
get
have
her.
to
They
remove
need to
Trump.
have her
They have to
fired.
remove Trump. He is the thorn in their side.
So why
He
take her off
stopped
the
their cash
case?
flow for 3 years until COVID.
Since they
They
have
released
so much,
the virus, then
since
their
they have
cash
so
flow
much
started coming
power,
back.
That's the
how
that's,
come
They're so
Trump
happy about
doesn't
that.
in prison?
here is the recourse of this trial
He
is only to
hasn't committed any
disqualify her.
crimes. Janet. That's
Yeah,
fine.
but what difference does it make if they have all the power? They own the courts in all these states. Why don't they just arrest him and put him in prison and say, "Well, we've already proven he's guilty, and we're putting him in prison." Why don't
They've
they just
already
do
done that in New York
Georgia.
twice.
And Georgia
Okay.
too.
Well, why isn't he
And
still
Georgia.
in prison then?
Exactly, because he's got money.
Yep.
Oh, because Trump's got money, so he doesn't
Trump
have to.
has money. Correct. If it were
Yeah.
you or me, we'd be in prison.
See, you guys aren't making any sense. So Trump is no better than any of them.
Let's also make
He's
sense.
just as corrupt as everybody else because he gets convicted of a crime. He just pays his way out. So he's no better than anyone. So basically, we are fucked. We have
Well, no,
nobody.
he gets better attorneys than we can pay for.
Okay, he's still corrupt. He pays for better attorneys.
Donald Trump's
He
as
can fuck
corrupt
us
as
over
the Democrats.
just like
I don't believe
everybody
that.
else. That's what you're saying?
That's not what I'm
No.
saying at all.
No, he didn't say
Okay.
that at all.
That's what you said. He just has better attorneys. When I said, well, he's
No.
corrupt, how does he get out of prison?
No. Janet, what he's
I'm
saying
being
is
I'm being a sarcastic bitch because basically, why not? Why
You're-
not?
'cause
What do
the
I give a
truth-
Well
fuck?
played.
Who gives a fuck about anything? I might as well just fuck everything in town, spend all
No,
my
because I
money,
care about you,
quit
Janet.
my
You
job,
care
and
about
say
me. I
fuck
care
you
about
to
you. That's
everyone
why
and
we
just be a
don't do
bitch
that
all the
shit.
time. Because why should I care about anybody else but myself since nobody else gives a fuck?
That's
You
the
know what I'm
Democrat
saying?
perspective. That's exactly what they want you to do.
Why would
yes,
anyone want to live in a city and that's how you get treated every day?
but then they think they'll pass the blame
So
on.
only Democrats live in these cities. Is that what?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I thought other people that cared about life and
Well, no,
jobs and all that stuff
the statistic that they love to produce is, the red states with these guns, they have more deaths from
But even in the
gun
red
violence
states, there's
than
correct
the blue
judges.
states.
They
And
don't.
it's like, no, they
Yeah.
don't. Actually, like Texas, the gun deaths are in Houston, which is a blue city, Dallas, which is a blue city, and Austin, which
Every
is a blue
city
city.
is
That's
blue.
where the majority of gun murders come from. They talk about gun violence. So if someone comes into my home, hey Bruce, I gotta ask you a question, Bruce. If someone comes into your home unwarranted and you shoot them, that's gun violence, but it's not a gun murder. And that's the statistic that the people love to say. It's gun violence. It's gun violence. Like, no, that motherfucker came into my home and tried to kill me, and I killed him. Gun violence. No, fuck them.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Don't worry about it. Because in another couple of years or after November, when Trump loses, because they're going to cheat anyways, and they're going to take our guns away, we just won't have a way to defend ourselves. And next thing you know, we'll all be dead. Anyone that gives a shit will be dead, and there'll be nothing left but zombies that suck each other off and have babies born in laboratories. I mean, that's
Have you
basically.
seen?
No
Have you
one
seen
want
my
to have
knives?
boobs. No one to have
Have
a
you seen my
dick,
knives?
and nobody to have anything because nobody gives a fuck, right?
Tell us about this suck each other off thing again. That go back to
Well, you
that.
don't have to do that because no one's gonna have dicks.
Well,
No one's
no.
gonna
The
have
thing
dicks,
is
no one's gonna have
like,
boobs.
there's so many fucking
matter.
cars out there, and everybody's dying in the traffic. We have to become a pedestrian society. These cars are out of control. All the vehicle injuries and the vehicle murders and deaths. I mean,
There'll be no guns. There'll be no
a
cars.
minivan
And
with
everybody
a
be
fucking
eating
loaded with
crickets.
kids.
Everyone has to take public transportation.
Whether you won't have to take any transportation because no one will have jobs. You'll just be walking through the streets eating bugs and smelling
So
each other.
we had a new update on the Chicago situation earlier this week. Brandon Johnson eliminated the rapid response gunshot. What was it called? Hang on.
The gun
shooter
thing. Yeah, shot finder.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the Orange Hat has it. It's so like they have these signals around the city. That, like, gunshot goes off. It's not like car backfire. It's not like a tire blows out. It's not like cat meows. It's not going to go off.
To make sure the cops go the other direction, right?
Exactly.
away
So
from
that
the guns,
it
so
knows
they
where a
don't have to.
gunshot
They
is,
don't
and
have to
that's
be
where the
where
cops
the guns
go.
are at.
So this was happening in minority communities, and Brandon Johnson went, well, there's too many police officers going into minority communities, so we're going to stop that. And the regular fucking people in those minority communities are going, the fuck are you talking about, man? We need police here to stop the killings. So
Well,
he's basically
they can't keep cops because they can't pay them enough money to make a living. They live beneath the poverty line.
well, no, they've
And,
gotten rid of all of the.
and then they just get beat to death in the street, and nobody gives a fuck. So why have cops?
Well, the current stock of
Systems made
police
that way.
officers in Chicago was
Center
like,
of law.
oh, there was no defund the police. It was like, yes, there was. They got rid of all the veteran officers. They got rid of all the trained officers, and they
that's
just
good.
hired a bunch of
I
ones
don't think they should have
at
police.
half the price. And they cut
You just
the
go get
pensions
some
and they cut the
Muslims
benefits.
and get a Muslim mayor and a Muslim governor, and they don't have to worry about any of that stuff.
Did you see the news conference with Brandon Johnson trying to answer questions?
Trying? Your computer starts scrolling down.
Well, you know,
Ugh,
maybe
that's
we'd be
mental.
better off.
The system is totally corrupt. It's again, every branch of government's corrupt.
I know.
Legal, again, every business is corrupt. Pfizer,
Not where I live. Not where
I-
Janet lives.
Yeah,
No,
apparently it is. I just
no,
be
they
in
are.
La La Land and live on a different planet or something because everywhere I thought was good
No.
is not. It's all
No.
full
I live
of
outside
liars and
suburbia.
corruption, and I'm just wasting my time.
Sports is corrupt too. You know, you had the
I
Super
live
Bowl.
in
was corrupt. All
BFE
sports
outside
movies,
suburbia,
everything's corrupt.
There's nothing worth fighting
northwest
for.
of Houston.
Schools
Like,
corrupt. Schools are all corrupt.
Nothing.
once I start going downtown, yeah, you can see it. You can smell it. God, the city smells different. Like I can walk outside my house right now and you go, and if I go downtown and I get out of the car, I'm like, ugh. It smells different. It feels different. There's people sleeping on the
Company
fucking
you work
sidewalk.
for, is it corrupt?
Houston
No, I'm
is
talking
not
to
as
St.
bad as some other. Where I live, no, absolutely not.
bad.
No, we just had a case where this guy defended his car against a carjacker and shot the carjacker, and the DA in Houston, they try to pull the case into Houston, but we're outside Houston. I mean, it's still Harris County, but it's outside Houston. They tried to pull the case into Houston so the DA could prosecute him.
Right.
And the local judge went, no, the case is being tried here. And Houston got shut down. So it's actually in God, what's Conroe? Whatever that is. So no, I don't think it's
northern
all
suburb of Houston.
I'm sorry, Bruce?
It's northern suburb of Houston.
Yeah, northwest.
There.
Yep. So they were trying to like this guy this white man shot a black man. That's a hate crime. Well, no, he tried to carjack him and tried to kill him, and the guy defended himself with a legal firearm.
So what do they call it when a guy beats his wife? Is that a hate crime or is that just nothing?
Spousal abuse.
Called obedience.
Okay,
abuse.
but
That's
so
a-
if a husband beats his wife, but and she's black, then that's a hate crime. But if she's white, then that's not a hate crime.
Correct.
Okay, yeah.
So there's a interesting statistic that's been going on for the past, I think, was it 15 or 16 years, where they started actually saying what a hate crime is, or like hate crime. There's about 20,000 instances of hate crimes, and it's all white people beating up a black person.
Right.
Which is the guy Penny on the New York City subway.
What about
That's a hate crime.
If I
It
beat up
doesn't
an
go the
Asian,
other
is
way.
that a hate crime?
There are zero instances of a hate crime of a black person beating up a white person or killing a white person. It's zero. It's
Even though
zero.
you see it all the time.
Asian. If I beat up an Asian person, is
It's
that a hate
happening. It happens
Yes.
every day in every school across the nation.
Hispanic person? Is that a hate crime?
Excuse
Well,
me?
that's where it
If
gets
I
kind of
beat up anybody else besides a black person, but not white, to
Hold
say
on,
they're
Janet. Hold on.
American Indian. If I beat up an American Indian, is that a hate crime?
Well,
Yes.
Janet, is this American Indian? Do they look like George Henderson, the guy that was?
I don't
beaten
know.
up
I'm just
Trayvon
thinking, if
Martin?
I just go
George
find a
Zimmerman.
random American
Zimmerman.
Indian and beat him up, is that a hate
Remember
crime?
George Zimmerman, the
Yeah, I was there.
security
I
guard?
lived
No,
in
he
Tampa
was
when
too
that happened.
white.
It's
He was too white.
Trayvon Martin shooting.
Trayvon
Trayvon.
now, but he
Tra-
was
Trayvon Martin
That nigger.
ran up to the guy and started beating the shit out of him. And while Zimmerman was on his
Skittles.
back, getting
Skittles.
his head smashed into the concrete, pulled
Should've
out his gun, which he was legally allowed to have, and shot Trayvon twice in the chest.
I'm
Good.
not saying he did
I would've
anything
done it.
wrong. I
I done
mean,
it 3 times. And he was fucking
Was it 3 times? Whatever it was.
piece of shit.
No, I'm trying to establish, is it just white people that it's not considered a high crime, or is it Indians, Hispanics, Asians?
No,
Are
it's
they
what
considered
only white people get charged with a hate crime.
so only white people, nobody else? But I thought
Well, this is where it gets into the
guy
what
that
you're
shot
talking about, George
Trayvon
Zimmerman.
Martin wasn't white.
Yeah,
He was-
Zimmerman. His
Right,
name
this
was
is where we
Zimmerman.
get into
He's
the-
white.
This
White
is where we
Hispanic.
get into what Bruce was talking about, is because George Zimmerman was shown all over the TV as being a white man because his last name Zimmerman, which is
Right.
German. He's Hispanic,
Okay.
but they call it a hate crime because his last name Zimmerman. This white man killed this poor black kid.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah, but-
Trayvon Martin, first off, was not poor, and Trayvon Martin attacked the man, and Zimmerman is
But
not
that doesn't
white.
matter.
But
Okay, because
that's
the
a hate-
court's already
that's a hate
proved
crime.
that
well, that's
it
what you
doesn't
asked.
matter, right? Isn't that what you already said?
That's what you asked. You said, "Is it a hate crime if a Hispanic guy kills a
I know
black?"
I wasn't talking about Trayvon Martin. I was just talking about any random person that's not
but he's
white.
a good
Well,
example.
Well,
when
that
you-
was the example.
Well, then here's Janet. The example: if a Hispanic immigrant beats up a cop, they let him go. That happened
So
in
if
New York.
I'm walking with my young son to my car and I have groceries in my arms, I have my purse on my shoulder, my son's holding on my leg, and I'm holding onto his top of his fingers while I'm holding on to the other bag, and somebody jumps out, punches me in the face, and tries to take my groceries and stuff, or my purse, or tries to grab my
Or
kid,
your
and I
child,
pull my
or
gun
your
out,
child.
and I pull my gun out and I shoot him, that's a hate crime.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I'm going to go to prison. So I should just stand out in the parking lot, hold my purse out, and say, "Here, take all my shit and take my kid," because I don't give a fuck.
No, shoot him.
I'm going to die anyway.
No, I'd shoot him.
I'm going to go to
No,
prison
shoot him.
because why
No,
should I
shoot him.
defend myself? Because I'm the one that's bad anyways, because I'm white, because I was
Janet,
born with
Janet,
blue
no
eyes.
one is
and white
saying not to defend yourself. We're
Well,
saying
why should I? If I can't defend myself and save my
'Cause it's
kid's
fun.
life by trying to defend
I wanna-
myself,
I'm waiting for it to
and you're
happen.
going to take my kid from me anyways, because now I'm in prison for killing somebody of an opposite race. Why should I even try? See,
Are you
That's what
in
they-
New York
that's what-
City?
That's what they don't want you to
In
do.
any
That's
city.
the attitude they
Are
don't
you-
want you
are
to
you-
have.
so they
Are you in
win
Boston?
anyways. They
Are you
already
in
win
Houston?
because when I try
Are
to
you,
take care
are
of
you in
anything,
Chicago?
it doesn't matter. It doesn't
Yes, it
matter
does.
where I fucking live.
Absolutely does.
I'm white and I
what
have
I've
blue
been trying to
eyes,
tell
so
you.
I'm already the enemy. So no matter what I say or what I do on any app that I'm on or anything, I'll never be successful because I'm white and have blue eyes.
If you're in Chicago and you do that, you're going to prison. If you're
But
where
does it
you
matter?
live right now,
Doesn't
shoot
matter
him.
where I live. It doesn't matter where I live because if
Yes,
you
it
fight
does.
back, you're going to go to fucking
Absolutely
prison or you're going to lose everything you own.
It's not what I'm saying. It's not what I said.
I didn't say you said anything.
In Little Rock,
you.
if you're in Little Rock, Arkansas, that happens, then no, it won't happen. But if you're in Chicago,
so.
yes.
Because crime, there's crime, real bad crime in Little Rock.
So Zimmerman was in a place, southeast of Plant City, when that certain situation happened, and
Mhm.
the mainstream national media.
I thought it was like
explored-
a neighborhood watch or something.
Oh yeah, he was a neighborhood watch.
So he's in a
And-
neighborhood trying to defend his neighborhood, and he got put in
No,
prison,
well, that's,
right?
no, he this strange kid late at night showed up.
No, but didn't he
looking
go to
like a thug.
prison for shooting Trayvon Martin? Didn't he go to prison?
He was in prison during the lead up to the trial, but he was
Okay, but the trial
found not,
didn't.
he was
prison?
found not guilty in
Oh,
Florida.
I thought they were corrupt and they would crucify
That's not
him.
what I said. I never said that.
The media did.
I'm just
The media-
shocked.
The media said
The
that.
media
Yeah,
crucified him. They crucified him.
absolutely. They excoriated him immediately. They're like, this white man shot this poor black kid, and they had his mother and father, or no, I'm sorry, not his father. His father didn't exist. His mother and his uncle were on TV going, there's a 4.5 GPA. He played on the football team, and he was just such a good kid. And then all this stuff started coming out where Trayvon Martin was actually going around with his buddies and beating the shit out of people and videotaping it and putting it on YouTube.
Yep. Yeah, but
Not
the picture
such a good kid.
and the picture you see on the media, if you go anywhere and say Trayvon Martin, they showed the picture of him when he was actually like 14 years old.
Young, yeah, like 2 years younger than he was. Yeah.
Yes. Not that how he looked. Not how he looked. He looked like
So
a
that's
thug.
in Florida.
He's a
Janet.
fucking thug.
This man
Fucking
defended
thug.
himself, and he was exonerated.
I
Well, I'm
thought
sorry.
Florida
There's no
was-
exoneration.
I'm glad
He
he's
was found not
fucking
guilty.
Florida was a red
He was
state.
found not guilty.
Like
I
what
thought Florida
other
was a
faggot?
red state.
What's that other asshole? What's this? George Floyd. George Floyd is dead. I'm glad.
Didn't do nothing.
But I thought
Didn't do
Florida
nothing.
was a red state. I thought red states were better.
Sandy, is that you?
They are better.
Well, no,
Why are they better?
the red states are better. The blue cities are the bad places.
Are the worst.
Okay, and every single city and every single state is blue.
No.
So every single
No,
state
incorrect.
blue
No.
cities.
No.
What do you mean?
Not
What do you
every
mean,
single
no?
city. Not every single city.
What
every single
city isn't? What city isn't blue?
Okay.
Jacksonville, Miami, Tampa, Tallahassee.
Miami is not blue. I don't believe you.
No,
Look it up right now.
the Cubans do not like the Democrats.
They do. They know what flavor or
They
what do you
vote.
call
They vote for some Democrats, but they are not a Democrat city. I've been to Miami over and over and over again for the past 30 years. They have Democrat elected officials, but they are not leftists, and they do not like communism at all. Bruce, you want to expand on that?
I don't really have a lot of Miami knowledge, my friend, but I'll just say that Fort Worth, Texas, a city that's been mostly deep red, now it's getting a little bit lighter red, but it's still pretty deep red. Has
Did they have the reading for little kids by transgenders?
in
That's
Fort
the
Worth?
school system.
Yeah.
That's not something that
No.
a red city can control. That's part of the Department of Education.
Well, what good is it
unless
then?
unless
to
it's
know
Texas
stuff like that?
Independent School District.
Yeah, Texas kind of got fucked on that because Abbott was supposed to put Republicans and conservatives in charge of that, and he handed the fucking education system directly to the Democrats, which has fucked up everything in Texas.
Well, okay, I want to post
Abbott's
something.
Abbott's done a lot of fucked up
Right
shit,
here.
and I agree with that. But I think
Fixation.
he's still better than the
I want
opposition.
to ask
Bruce.
Fixation something.
I'm not saying he's horrible.
He
I'm just
says, no, Janet, every capital in every state is blue. Not every city in every state is blue. So how many more years?
Tallahassee is the state capital.
Wait a minute. How many more years does us lucky people that have had some belief that maybe we could save this country, how many more years before the blue capital in every state ruins every state?
Tallahassee is the capital of Florida, and it's not. Well, I mean, it's not totally
No,
blue.
I'm asking.
There is still a Republican voice in the
I'd like to
representation
know
of
how many-
Tallahassee.
we got 5 years left, six,
Six.
12 maybe.
Six.
I do gotta
Before
get going.
The whole country is gone. I mean, I'm just asking. Are you gonna
Six.
leave?
Yeah, I gotta get going.
Okay, well, you have a good night. Thank you very
Yeah,
much for
good seeing y'all.
I'm sorry it took so long for
It's
me to
okay.
restart
That's
my
not your
computer
fault.
50 times.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
it is.
go
It's
ahead and
technology's
get
fault.
I like your hat.
heading out too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Night, night, folks.
I appreciate it.
care,
You have a
Orange
good
Hat.
night.
Good night, everybody.
You're leaving?
Yeah.
Oh,
Bye, Sandy.
I guess she has to work again tomorrow.
Well, we
In
need
the
some more
morning.
Sandy. We need some more Sandy memes
Sandy memes.
before you go.
We need more quality Sandy time.
Well, I don't get much time. Everybody's talking, and I, you know.
You
I'm
wait,
just
hold on.
listening.
You're Janet's sister, and you have a problem with getting
Bruce, you just interrupted her. Let her talk.
It,
Come on, that was funny. That was
it
funny.
was funny because in my family, if we were all sitting together, I'd be one of the quiet ones.
what?
Yeah.
And Sandy puts out some of the most
That is not factual.
That's
what
not
Sandy
late.
Sandy puts out the most
I'm
wild
talking
shit
about
on
early
Twitter.
on.
No, she does. She has
But-
some of the best jokes I've ever seen.
But I'm the brunette, so
Well,
My sister-
girl fight.
No, Janet,
but Sandy
get
always
people-
wins, so it's okay. She's right. I never let her speak.
no, you let me speak. I'm talking about early on. And Janet,
So anyway, Bruce, what you were talking about with
fucker.
Wow.
Well, I thought you were going to say something.
I
was.
broke her. I'm sorry.
Okay.
It's okay.
So anyway, in most states, we do have our red bastion cities. Peoria, Illinois used to be red. I know that sounds really weird. It's a minority ran city, but it was mostly a red city for a long time, and then it just completely was like we're stupid. We're going fully blue, and that was in late '90s when that happened. Illinois has not had a red city since then.
Well, what I don't understand is if a state is red, how can the capitals and the people in charge all be blue? Who's voting for them? So they all get to be in office.
Look at
So why does any person in the red states let all the blue people win all the time? What are we sitting on our ass and sucking our tits? I mean, what are we doing?
So
Why
Houston
can't we
is
win?
Houston is not a Democrat stronghold. Chicago is a Democrat stronghold. They have power. They will never lose power. New York City is a Democrat stronghold. They have power. They will never lose power. LA, San Francisco, cities like that. Houston has a representative voice from the Republican Party.
You're not listening to what I said, Boosh. I said, if you're in a red state, okay, here's your state, right? And in the middle, like a big tit, in the center is a nipple, and that's the city. And the city is blue. That will never change, just like what you just said. So how does the people in the red state that's supposedly red change the blue city? They don't, just like you said. So now
I just said that Houston's not
the whole pit is blue. There is no red left. So how much longer do we have before everything is a big blue tit? No longer red. That's what I'm asking.
Ruben said it. 6 years.
6 years?
Yeah.
So
Again,
I will be dead. You will be dead. And you will be dead. And we'll be dead. Or we're going to all be blue. You and me are going to change your mind, say, fuck it, might as well join them.
Nope. Nope, never.
So then how do they get rid of the red? That's what I'm trying to ask.
Because again, it goes back to Agenda 2030 from the UN, from the WEF, from the New World Order. They're doing this all part of the plan. European Union, what they're trying to do, get rid of Russia. They're trying to get the United States. They want China's one, because everything's collapsing right now. Japan's going to collapse.
When it
China's going to collapse.
And the blue takes over, what happens to the red? That's what I'm asking.
They're going
what happens to all the people like me?
They want to put us in re-education camps, because again, we were people that didn't take the vaccine.
But why? Why keep us around when we're nothing but trouble? Why don't
Because
they
we're
just
paying
That's the whole point.
taxes.
Because they're doing it already. They're
no,
doing it already.
you can't collect taxes from people that are in prison. Okay.
No, why are they keeping us around? Because we
really
are
can.
the
You
worker bee.
garnish their wages.
But we're all badasses. We don't give a shit. So we'll end up fighting to the death.
That's
so
right.
there'll be none of us left. That's what I'm trying to say.
Well, it won't matter then, will it,
We're
Janet?
all dead, and then it'll all be blue, and it won't matter,
That's
I
right?
like Travis's comment.
I'm
Do
fine.
I
what?
like Travis's comment. He's so right.
That's when the fun starts. Well, yeah. It's
Fuck
like I
yeah.
said. I've said it millions of times that I'll be die on my front porch with a gun in my hand.
There
Yeah,
you
that's
go.
true.
So when is that going to happen? In 6 years? But within 6 years, that I
Things
won't
happen.
be around
Things don't go
anymore.
wrong.
That's what I'm
Why?
trying to say.
It's
Because
already
I'm not
happening
going
in
to
a
be
lot
blue.
of places, Janet.
Do what?
It's already happening in a lot of places.
Well, duh. That's what we've been talking about.
That's
All
why
the
they.
cities are blue.
That's
They've
yeah.
already taken those
Like,
over.
because the system works this way. It basically when you're born and they say, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" and you basically have a job, you do that job, and that's the whole idea. They put you into the fact that you need a job, you need to work 40 hours a week, and they always tout the fact that unions helped you get that 40-hour work week. I don't want a 40-hour work week. I want to work until I stop. And they created a social security system because they screwed up the economy in the 20s, which they're now doing right now with a fractional reserve, and that's what they did.
Was the 30s.
No, the 20s. In the 20s is when they started to allow people to do the run up, the Roaring 20s, when they did when they had people build up wealth, and then 29 when it crashed. That led into the 30s, where you had real government control, and FDR got rushed in. They was all part of
Welfare.
the plan. All part, yes, welfare, Social Security, all that stuff, and that's what they all did. That stuff, and then in the 40s, and then every 80 years or every couple of years, they have a problem, and they resolve it by what? War. And that's why we're having the same damn conflict again. We have a conflict in the Ukraine, we have the conflict in the Middle East, and we have the conflict in the border. They want chaos. And then the thing is that here's how it's going to happen. And this is why you had the blue cities. That's where they're always in control. Because again, it happened in Katrina, and it happened anytime Hurricane Sandy. Anytime
I was down south for
Thank you, Ruben,
Katrina,
for
and
being
then
a hurricane.
I'm sorry,
I
Harvey.
know.
I was down south for Harvey. I was in
But there's-
DC for Katrina, and one of my favorite things was they got they used taxpayer money and gave it to Hollywood people.
I know.
To go on TV to beg for money, and I went, why not just give the money to fucking was it New Orleans? Why would you paid millions and millions of taxpayer dollars for Hollywood people to beg for money? Take those millions and give it to New Orleans. The fuck are you doing?
Highlight Six Asian Kings. He has it right.
You know why they did that, Ruben?
Yeah.
Because those people,
the mayor,
they got paid from the taxpayer dollars,
Chocolate
gave
City.
it directly back to the Democrat Party.
Yeah.
Hollywood invests heavily into the Democrat Party.
I know.
So why would anyone?
That's why they didn't. That's why the taxpayer money didn't go directly to New Orleans to fix New Orleans after Hurricane Katrina. They gave to Hollywood, and Hollywood went, "Yes, we need more money for the Hurricane Katrina relief. Give us more money." And all of those people on TV doing that went, "Here you go, Democrats. Here's the money you gave us from taxpayer money."
Exactly. It's all a scam. But the thing is that here's the mentality of the dumb Democrat is government will help save me.
Ruben, hang on, Ruben. I gotta interrupt. There's no such thing as a smart Democrat voter. So there's a saying. There's a saying that my father told me back in the late '80s. Show me a child who votes. Wait, what's it? Oh shit! No, go ahead, Ruben. I'll figure it out. I have to remember.
Show me a child who votes Republican and he's got no heart. Show me an old man who votes Democrat. He's got no brain.
Right.
Correct.
Well,
That's it. Bruce, I love you.
That's it.
Appreciate it. Nailed it.
Yeah. Yeah, because I've been a conservative my entire life. I don't consider myself a Republican. I'm not Republicans are idiots. I'm a conservative, and I grew up in the worst blue city in the world, Laredo, Texas.
Chicago?
Laredo, Texas.
He bitches about Laredo.
Laredo, Texas
Friday.
is not blue, dude.
Oh, it's blue. It's bluer than you could never.
You want me
it's
to look it
all-
up right now? It's about half and half.
No, it's no. It's completely
It's-
blue.
So it won't be long.
I can-
Six years
I can
is not
answer-
gonna matter.
There are
I
no
can answer
Republicans.
Janet's question.
There are no. They've
Bruce.
never had a Republican there
In
in their
6
entire
years,
life.
it's not going to matter. Everybody's going to be blue anyway, so it doesn't matter. We're all going to be communists. There's no reason to have kids.
No.
because your kids are just going to be communists, or Muslims are going to take
Nope.
them and force your girls to wear burqas and be in their harem.
I'd
So
rather that than Democrat.
your future. So
Would
I
you
would
rather that than
No
Democrat?
tell
way.
every young person not to have children, because if this is going to be the future, you do not want to put a child into
So
this.
Janet from another planet asked a question in the chat. So why would anyone that is red want to have a baby and a family if we're just going to be dead in 6 years? Because we can produce. Democrats
Only
kill
for 6 years,
Democrats.
because we're going to all be
The
dead.
number
We'll be
one
producing
cause
after that.
of gun deaths.
You won't be having babies
90%
after
of
6
all
years,
gun
unless you're blue.
murders are from Democrats
Yeah.
killing other
Yeah.
Democrats.
So
Democrat
Bush,
gun owners.
Unless you're a
here's-
Democrat, you shouldn't have children.
Bush, what are the chances of a domestic
You're gonna be
terrorist
dead.
attack, or sorry, attack on the United States soil in the next year?
In the next year?
Yeah.
This year? No, it's not
Yeah.
going to happen this year. It's going to happen next year.
Okay. What about nuclear?
No, I don't think it's going to
There
happen.
won't be an election this year. I've been saying that.
Once one
No,
nation
no.
starts popping up nukes, whoever it is, the rest
What?
of the nations with nukes are going to
Now,
start
Janet.
firing.
Now, Janet. Now, you've always said
This is-
this.
This
You
is
said
this
we're
Ruben.
not
This
gonna
is
have
this what you're
elections.
talking about
They
with
have to.
nuclear warfare.
We're going to be
This
under martial
is-
law.
Right.
So this is a situation where they've got nukes, we've got nukes, these other people
Right.
have nukes, these other countries have nukes, this other nation has nukes. We're not friends.
So we're all going
The
to have
reason-
radiation poisoning.
It's never going to happen unless it has to be World War III.
takes
It has to
one
be
person.
a global
Someone like
conflict.
Joe Biden that doesn't
Ukraine
know
is
who
nothing.
he is and changes
Israel,
his language,
Palestine is nothing.
push the
It has
button,
to be a
start
global
nuclear war.
conflict. And
Right.
I still, even if it's still a global conflict, I don't think the bombs are dropping.
Why
Because
not?
there's only been two,
They want
because
us all dead
other
anyway.
people have the bombs. It's a Cold War kind of situation. They have the bombs, we have the bombs. They start shooting the bombs, we start shooting the bombs. Everyone goes, let's not shoot the fucking bombs.
But you
Why
have to
not?
remember. But you have to remember. There's the Muslims want the apocalypse.
Mhm.
They want it to
No,
happen.
they just want to kill all the Jews.
They want the
No, they
apocalypse,
want the
but that's
apocalypse too.
When
That's
you're
the only way
white,
they can
and
kill
you're a
the Jews.
Jew.
They'll be
That's how I
given,
see it.
they'll be given their shitty heaven with
Unless
all
they
that.
can have a baby with you, they don't give a shit about you.
So they're not all like that. There's actually very few countries in the Middle East that are like,
Well, what
let's blow
difference
some
does
shit
it
up.
make? Who's in charge?
One of them's Iran. One of them used to be Iraq. Turkey's fine. Saudi Arabia's fine. Qatar's fine. They're like,
Yeah,
just let's get rich.
but the thing is
Let's
that
own oil. They don't want to blow. They don't want to blow everyone up.
No,
There's only two.
But it's not
There's
going to
only
happen
two
that way.
nations that
It's not-
really want to blow everyone up. One of them is Afghanistan, which is now controlled by the Taliban again. Thanks, Joe. And Iran. That's it.
But Iran is not the real issue and problem is NATO, United States government, and the New World Order and Switzerland. That's the
Dude, you're getting
Those
way
are
off
really-
topic. Go
that's
back.
the
Go
real-
back to
no,
the
but that's
the
the
Muslim
real
thing you were talking about.
that's the real evil.
You
all
think
the-
you think all Muslims want to blow up the entire
No, no,
planet?
no.
No, I don't believe that at all.
But they're going to do
They
that.
do.
That's
I
they're gonna
disagree,
set it up.
Janet.
They're going to set it up. They're going to set it up that way. They're going to allow it to happen. That's why CIA funded Hamas.
Why not, Bush?
To the
If we're
attack.
all going to be dead in 6 years anyways.
Because there's nothing to gain from their perspective. In
Putin said
most
it.
Arab,
He said
most
Putin said
in,
that.
in most
He's
Arab countries,
nothing
there's
to
nothing to
gain.
gain.
Because if you can't have any freedom, you just have to do what you're told, or become a wife in some country where you have to cover yourself from head to toe and be raped every night and have your
Yeah,
clitoris cut
they
off.
already have that.
I know. I'll be
They
one of
already have
them.
that.
So will Sandy, and so will every other daughter in this country as soon as they take over,
No, they
because
don't.
it doesn't
That's
matter.
not the way they operate. So, do you know what they call? Do you
Right.
know what they call a quarter pounder with
You're a
cheese in
guy,
France?
so they'll just kill
What?
you. But the women are going to be raped.
Oh, yeah, well,
and
Assalamu
forced to
alaikum.
have babies they don't want with a bunch of
Oh,
men
yeah,
they don't want.
thank you.
That's
You
what we
got it.
have.
You got it right. You got it.
What kind of future is that? I don't know.
That's a good one. You missed what Bush said.
I know, because I was trying to tell him what he was saying.
She was trying to tell me what I was saying.
Yeah, because you said earlier that it doesn't matter that all cities are blue, and I'm trying to say, well, how long before there is no red? So that means they're going to kill all the men. They'll kill all the men that aren't blue, and they'll
Janet,
kill
I didn't know that. I
they're
didn't
going
know
to.
that we were
You're
married.
not listening. See, I'm trying to say the exact same thing. And then they're going to take me and Sandy and every other woman that they want or they think is useful enough to at least have a baby for them and put a burqa on us and keep us chained up or wherever, and then make us be baby machines. And then after that, when they're done with us, they'll just kill us or stone us in the street, and then they'll have our children to rape.
Janet, I have one thing to say.
Mm-hmm.
You will rock that burqa, baby.
No, apparently I will, until I cut my wrists when I get a knife.
Oh, stop that! I'm not going to let you do that. I'm
Because
not
I'm not gonna let them treat me that way. I'll
I'm
kill
not
myself.
I'm not going to put you in the kitchen with knives.
Not you. I'm talking about the people that are going to come here and do that to us. The Democrats, basically, the ones who own the cities already.
See, but the
the Democrats hate Muslims too.
But the way they're going to do
No, they don't.
the way they're going to do it.
A lot of Muslims.
Democrats hate everyone except Democrats. That's it.
The way they're going to do it is
Jews, they hate
they're already
Christians, they
doing
hate
it.
Muslims.
They're doing it already. Like I said, they're poisoning the food. They're poisoning the water. They're poisoning everything. Every commercial on television.
They just have to go around force jab everybody, and everybody.
This is why I only drink alcohol, Ruben.
There you go. Good man.
It's sterile. It's no... Look at this man right here. What is this?
What is
that? Hive 5?
Yep. This is a brand new Freetail beer.
What did we lose?
That's
Did we
beer.
lose
It looks like sun pop.
Yeah,
Looks
it's
kinda
beer.
Looks like honey sun pop.
Oh God.
It's delicious.
So what's the wait before you open it? Wait. What's the you
Alcohol
fucked it up.
is
You
5.
fucked it up. That's right.
Alcohol is 5%.
What's the,
on that.
5%?
Yep.
That's pretty good. That's mid-range.
It looks like a soda.
Looks like. Is it grape
Looks like a
soda?
soda pop.
Can you get some watermelon and
It's a honey ale.
No, there's a whole lot of.
So how does everybody
Micro-
like me when I'm depressing and hate America and just want to be a blue person until I die?
You just need
Janet,
to.
I love
You guys
you
like me
regardless.
like that? Do you
I
like
love
me?
you regardless of any of that shit.
Okay, whatever. I'll take whatever you're gonna throw at me because that doesn't matter. I just might as well die.
Can I
You know
throw
what-
tomatoes
you
at you?
know-
I don't want
You know who, Janet. You know who I blame, Janet? Bill Gates and Windows. That's
Is
who I
there
Just
any
blame.
in
saying,
Arkansas?
it's sure is depressing.
Any men in Arkansas that are looking for a lovely,
Depressing
woman?
woman who hates life and just wants to die with the Democrats.
Janet, so I have this to say to you. My dick may not be 12 inches, but it smells like a foot.
I believe it.
You missed your calling.
God.
There's no foam on that beer. That's not a
Wait a
beer.
minute. Never mind.
The beer.
That's
Who's
crazy.
got a beer? Damn.
God.
Bruce just poured a beer. So there's
Yeah.
a whole shitload of microbreweries around Texas and all through the South, and a lot of them have some really good stuff.
Oh, really? Look at that.
Bruce,
Honey Blonde.
Bruce, did you read this?
Yeah, I saw that.
Blonde. Okay, I see it now.
He's not drinking it out of the can, Travis. He's drinking it out of the glass.
Put it in the coffee mug,
American
you socialist.
tastes like that. Yeah, I love that stuff. American
This is
honey.
brand new. Ugh. Brand
There's a
new.
good burp.
Send me a case.
There's a movie called American Honey
I honestly
with
tuned
Shia
into a
LaBeouf.
natural reaction I developed behind the granola curtain. Selective hearing. That's from Six Nation, Three Kings.
Six Nations great. He's always in the chat here on these Friday shit shows.
I tell you what, he's really good in our game on every other Saturday too.
Granola.
Is that the Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah.
Pathfinder noob.
Janet loves that.
It's called Pathfinder, you noob.
Actually, the game I'm running is just going to be called Bruce Lombardo Presents the Game, and that'll be on the fucking cover.
Oh, Bruce, did you see the picture I sent you
Sandy, it's called The Game, you noob.
The game.
on Discord? Did you see the picture I sent you? I have a I have a video they're taking down off of my YouTube because they said I have a copyright strike against it because of I aired your show of us playing that game.
Just ignore that. Just archive.
I know,
that.
but why would they say that?
I have no idea.
Because this is what they said. Hold on, and I'll open it and I'll read it to you. It's really
You
bizarre.
don't care, do you, Bruce?
Say again.
You don't care if she shares your show.
No.
There's
No, that's not
you.
it. That's not it. It's what they said. I took a snapshot and I sent it to Bruce so he could read it. So just give me a second.
Wait a minute. Are you asking if Bruce gives a shit about something?
No.
I'm gonna go to YouTube Studio.
I made myself laugh a bit there.
I don't even know where the hell you put it at.
Time. I bet you stand in the mirror and go.
I have to open it on here because I can't find it.
You know, Sandy, I used to give a shit what I looked like, but after I couldn't get rid of the fact that like somebody put my face on my dad's body, after about a year of that, I'm just like, fuck it.
Oh my God.
Okay, this is what it says. I'm going to open it and then I'm going to share it so you can see it on my computer.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to read this part first because then it says I have to view options. It says important notification. Video is blocked in some territories.
Okay.
Our video from Fort Maglagon is blocked in some territories due to one or more copyright claims. This is not a copyright strike and doesn't affect your channel. January 20th, 2024 at 10:50 p.m. Now I'm going to click on view options and then I'm going to share this. So hold on. I got to go back and share, present, share screen. And let's see, is that it? Copyright dashboard. Now look at this. This is what's so freaking weird. Okay, it's spinning, but can you see what it says right here?
Action.
What's it say?
Select action.
Okay, where is that? Right here?
Right there.
Well, not yet. I don't want to click it yet. I want to read this to you.
Okay, read it.
Okay, it says there are some visible restrictions to your video. However, your channel isn't affected. But it says right here, the Smithsonian speed kills desert something. Video cannot be seen or monetized, blocked in some territories because they're saying.
I would go to select action.
Okay.
Okay. What? Dispute it.
Dispute it.
Yep.
Okay, and just click it.
Yep. And now continue.
Okay, continue.
All right. None of those apply.
What?
Those
But
three
see,
things.
this is us playing Dungeons and Dragons, and they're
Yeah.
saying there's a copyright claim against it. Can you guys
Yeah,
believe this shit?
I because I was
That's
showing
why I
off. I was showing off cats and snakes not getting along well together, and a Smithsonian was.
But it
one of
wasn't 69%. It said 69% of the video
No.
is copyrighted. That's
Yeah.
what they're saying. I'm not saying you did
I
it
would-
because I was there.
So that little box that says my blah 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 at the bottom of that,
Yeah.
click that.
Okay.
Okay.
Say
Now
continue.
continue. Take off Six Nations comment there because you're not able to share with us what we're able to see here. Okay.
I gotta take it down. Something you said.
No, you
Oh,
don't. What's
okay.
it, what's
I'll
it say
take
the
it down.
definition for original
Hold
content?
on, I gotta go back now. There we go. It says
In my okay, I own all the rights to it. No, copyright exception is such as fair use. Third one down.
this one. Okay,
Yep.
and now to continue.
Yep, hit that, then hit continue.
Okay.
Dispute it.
Dispute and say
Yep.
continue.
I believe it's under fair use.
Say I believe.
Yep.
Say continue.
And Boosh is backstage, by the way.
Okay. I have to
Type
go back
video,
over there again
Select type.
and then go back.
Sandy is also backstage. Oh, there she is.
Yeah.
I can see,
Okay.
but I can
So-
only go so fast. Select type
Type. Go click that little right arrow thing on select type.
here.
Yeah. Gameplay. Actually, yeah, go ahead and just I sent you a thing in Discord as to what the fuck we were talking about. You just copy and paste that. Why is our claim content an example fair use? And just fucking paste that in there.
This right here.
Yeah, paste
Oh,
that.
it's already in there.
Paste what I
Oh.
paste from Discord where
Okay.
you sent me the photo of this, and I told you like I've already fought this video, and I tell you this is what you need to do. So copy and paste
Ridiculous.
that, stick it in there, cram it in YouTube's pie hole, and fist it back to them because they don't fucking matter.
Okay, that's what I'll do then. But I just was like, I got 2 strikes against my channel already, and now I'm gonna get one
It's not a
because I
strike,
played
though.
because I played Dungeons and Dragons on a, and I go, I don't know what the fuck they're talking about because I was there the whole
They're
day,
picking on you because you're white.
They're
and I got boobs.
Yeah.
we
There
love
you go.
boobs.
We're going to cut them
Oh
off.
shit.
Yep.
Look, all these years you got boobs bigger
But
than
what I
me
mean
now.
is that it's I don't understand any of this
Sandy
shit.
was trying to
Dumb.
talk.
I'm not smart when it comes to
What?
So-
Sandy was trying to say something.
So what were you trying to say?
Nothing. I just said, took you a lot of time, but you finally got boobs bigger than me.
No, I don't. Your boobs
Yeah.
are twice as big as mine.
Yeah, mine are
We
bigger.
need a boob off.
Boob off.
We need you two ladies to stand.
What's that necklace you got on, Janet? It's
I-
glowy.
we need you guys to stand sideways to the camera and show us. Go ahead and inhale as best as you can.
What?
And thrust
No.
out
Yeah,
the
we
girl.
need a concept.
You just gotta. All I gotta
We-
do is this.
Whose boobs are bigger and whose are
So-
better looking?
So is it what is the bra size?
What just happened?
I used to have a midget friend for this, and I would just
gonna
send
do
him into the
something sexy.
cleavage and let him linger in the cleavage. And if we only saw his shoulders and his neck disappeared in the cleavage, we were happy. So was he.
Hang on, I'm getting in the car. I'm gonna drive something this off. We need to settle this.
Hey, Janet, every time you do something like that, you're trying to do that thing up on the screen, I get kicked off. Is it me or is it something I'm doing?
I don't know,
or-
Sandy. I'm not. I don't know
You
shit. I
don't
couldn't even
control
get
that,
my
do you?
It's a
I
new
couldn't even
update
get
on
my
StreamYard.
stuff to work to even
I
start
know.
my show. So
It's
why
not
are you
your
asking me
stuff.
any questions?
It's not
I
your
can't
stuff.
give you an
It's
answer.
your internet
But here
connection.
you go.
Oh, yeah.
This is
That's
it.
good. She's a boob girl. See?
See?
Oh. Oh.
Hold on. Let me turn the volume up.
Wait, is this real?
We don't need the volume. I think we're just
That's
fine on
Or
it.
is this
It's okay. It's
This is
okay
me?
on mute.
It's AI, right?
No, this is me. I made this video.
Rising.
I did a
starring
whole live
Nathan
stream.
Rice, Carol Roscoe, and Brian Lewis. We're gonna have a huge goblet.
Janet used to do gig stuff.
Wait a minute,
So
I'm
there you
confused.
go.
Is this
Janet
real?
has been
You
involved.
didn't
in
watch
wrestling
that?
for
You didn't watch that
years.
live stream?
Huh?
I'm asking Ruben. You didn't watch
Oh.
that live stream, Ruben?
Which one?
This one from
No,
Dorkness
that's a short.
Rising.
I watch all of your shorts. I stare at your
Yeah,
shorts
but
through
this,
binoculars.
I wore this outfit on a live stream on Bruce's channel
I'd break
Oh, okay.
my
for
nose with
hours.
yours if you let me.
And I showed him my legs and everything.
Okay.
And this was me with
I'm
a
sorry,
blonde
I
on.
broke Sandy again. I'm sorry.
That's fine. It's nice.
I can't believe you didn't see it already.
No, I didn't see it. No,
Hey, Ruben, do you see the picture of Janet on the screen right now?
yeah.
Yes, Janet, he has seen.
No, he
Well,
didn't
now-
see he didn't see the live stream. That's what
No,
I'm saying.
Oh no,
No.
I didn't see that.
No, I just saw it right now.
It's really funny that how YouTube and StreamYard censor your shit.
Well, Janet can say can agree with the following statement.
You okay, Ruben? Dude,
I'm a gentleman.
I'm not.
So there you go. There you go.
I'm not.
Right?
I'm not.
Janet, do you agree?
I'm
I'm a
not a
gentleman.
gentleman.
I'm a gentleman, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm
gentleman.
a real gentleman. So
Consummate gentleman.
I'm not an oogler.
Penis.
Well, last week, before we did the Friday Night Shit Show, I had Ted here before anybody else got here, and I had Bruce here, and I stood up and showed him my whole outfit that I was actually wearing, because nobody ever sees what I'm wearing. They only see from here up, right? So
Yeah, when you stood up and showed the outfit, that's why I was not able to come on the stream. I had to do that someplace else.
He had to take a shower.
Well, that's where I. Okay, never mind.
Okay.
what
Wait.
show were we on, Bruce, the first time you met me?
Um,
Show. I don't remember.
I don't know. It's been like 2 years.
Travis is correct. Travis is
I
correct.
didn't see what they said.
Travis, or last comment.
I think his pronouns are he, him.
I can touch them.
Oh my goodness! Don't stop doing that. That's okay. I have to do the thing I was talking about. Hang on. What did you say? Sandy in the shower. Okay, I'll be back.
I thought he meant the other. Oh, never mind. I misunderstood. I thought
Is Bruce still here, or did he leave?
I'm still here.
Oh.
He passed out. He was.
I was telling him that I showed you what I was wearing last Friday, that nobody got to see.
It was great.
But you and Ted, you were the only ones here, and I liked how I looked. I felt pretty that night, and I showed him what I looked like. So,
Janet, I was in the chat the entire time you and Bruce were going over the Fifth Element.
oh, the Fifth Element, yeah.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Wait a minute. Wait. So wait, you wore the outfit in the Fifth Element?
I wore a outfit, not that gauze outfit. No, I did not
that
wear
exact
that.
outfit?
No.
It was.
I told them too when they picked it. I said, I'm not wearing gauze. No, it's not going to happen. She had little boobs. The gauze would maybe cover, a strip, and that would.
It wouldn't happen with Janet's package.
Yeah.
So wait a minute.
Packages.
Packages. Yes.
I have more than one.
I misheard you. I thought you said something else.
Well, I got two balls, but I call it package.
What's so funny is I get so many people saying they want me to wear that wig, or if I should dye my hair blonde. I'm not dyeing my hair blonde. I'm not blonde. I am a brunette.
You did go blonde for a while.
Yeah, you dyed my hair blonde once.
Yeah, just once.
And nobody noticed.
It looks reddish blonde.
Get her, Sandy.
You
her,
look reddish.
Sandy.
You look reddish to me today.
Well, yeah, I'm reddish brown hair, but it's still brunette. It's not blonde.
It's
So let me
called
ask you-
Auburn.
So here,
I'm
I
not
have,
a
Auburn.
strawberry
Auburn hair.
blonde.
I have a serious question for both of you women. Can your
The
hair?
answer is no.
I haven't
Why?
asked a
Go ahead,
question.
Ruben. What?
Can your hair color actually change? Like, can you get lighter over
Yeah.
time?
Mm-hmm.
And how?
Yeah, mine does
What's
too.
the reason?
Okay.
For that?
The more sun you get, your hair will lighten. The more cloudy weather or overcast, the darker your hair gets.
Okay.
Ruben doesn't understand these things because, for obvious reasons.
Because when we were young, we couldn't afford dye, so we just get lemon juice and put it in a spray bottle, and we spray it on our hair. And then
We
go out
got
and
lemon
run it.
juice. What do you
Your
hate,
hair will
Palestine?
Your hair will start getting lighter. That's normal. That's what will
No,
happen.
but because the thing is, Haya's hair is getting lighter. In the last 6 weeks, she was dark brown, and now she's got a more reddish brown, and she doesn't know
It's
why.
probably because she's using like lemon juice or something like that.
She's not doing anything. She's not
Or
doing anything.
just the sun then. Just getting
Bruce,
out
what do you have to say about hair care products?
Well, I
use a 5-blade razor from CVS, and
well, I said that
worked pretty well.
Janet.
Said
I
that
actually
to
said
her
that.
about her hair getting lighter, and what did she say? She's just been in the sun.
No, I said more likely if you had sun
Yeah,
exposure.
Ruben locked her outside so her hair would get lighter.
And then she basically said, she says, I'm the only sun she sees. So it was kind of funny.
Aww, so
Yeah.
sweet.
It's funny.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but that was nice of her. That was a good answer for her to say that.
Oh,
because she's young in love. That's
Yeah.
what happens.
I figured
get
he
all
would just lock her outside because she didn't make the sandwich correctly.
I took that one short I made.
Boosh, you would appreciate this. She likes to. What is it? She just says, if she does something wrong and she tells me she does something wrong, she wants to be punished.
I'm not appreciating this so far.
Why are you jealous? Just kidding.
No.
That reminds me of that one short I made not very long ago. I said, do you know that tingly feeling you get when you first meet someone? Well, that's your common sense leaving your body.
Oh
think
my
about
God.
it, right? Yeah.
Well, I don't know what's going on. So then here's one question for the women I wanted to ask. I asked Front Porch Conservative this. He said yes.
Mhm.
So is sex for women mental? Very much more than physical?
It's both.
No, I'd say it's half and half.
It depends on the woman, dude.
Okay,
all women are different.
I don't know. I'm just asking
Because
questions.
if you start off passionately and you just kiss, tenderly, around, and
Which that's what she likes, and some other girls just like to get fucking
very
pounded.
topical, it's but it's sensual, and romantic.
Right,
and
right.
then as things get heavy, then you start to nibble, a little bit more pressure, and maybe
So Janet is saying she's into foreplay.
Yeah. What woman isn't? Every woman I know likes foreplay.
Incorrect.
I mean, every woman I know.
I've met plenty that are just like, just fuck me. Okay.
Well,
I'm fucking you. This is all I can do.
I'm not a prostitute, so I wouldn't know.
Oh,
well,
God,
they weren't either. I've never. Damn it, Janet.
They just wanted it over as quickly as possible. Apparently, I like mine to last a long time.
No, I dated a stripper. She was out of her fucking mind, and yeah, dude.
That's a good
be
way. Well, you
together,
get
and she just
for
fucking oh God, I fucking love it. Fucking fuck me. And like there was no foreplay. There was no like she was ready to go, and it's like, come over here and fuck me. I'm like, all right, she's already naked. Like she's nuts.
Well,
okay.
Right.
Women are different.
Most women I know. Most women I know want romance. They want.
Most women probably fucking.
They want to take it a little bit slower at the beginning.
You
and then it gets to a heated
you
rush.
think a woman's going to admit that to you, Janet?
What about you, Sandy? Do you like yours to just be over really fast?
Yeah, Sandy. Let's get your take on this situation.
Remember what we said about breaking the nose earlier?
Let me take some notes. Just kidding. Never mind.
Was it fucking
Go
and
ahead,
punching
Katie.
from Californication, Bruce?
What was your question?
About sex. Do you like it just to? Do you like foreplay, or do you like it just to be wham bam? Thank you, ma'am.
I have times where I say a wham bam thank you ma'am is okay. Then I have times that I love to be slammed against the wall.
Fucking told you.
Yeah,
Fucking
so
told you.
Not
depends
me.
on what I'm in. Because
I want every time to be like the first time. That's what I
well,
want.
you know, I've got to be in the real world. Well,
Wow.
I've had a
Little
like
awkward.
marathon sex where we just keep going and going. And like
that happens too.
my phone goes off and it's like, shit, I gotta take the
I was
trash.
gonna say,
Shit, I have to take the
what is
trash out.
that?
I've got to go to bed.
That's
We
what I
have to
was gonna
finish this up. And she's like, oh, I'm not
say.
done yet.
What, Jen?
Okay.
I was
Really?
gonna say, what is that?
What? The real world?
Marathon sex.
Oh.
Do you know what it is?
I've
I-
had
I-
it
You know what
before.
it is?
I
Huh?
have a question. I
I've
have
had
a
it
question for the
before.
ladies.
Oh,
So
no.
Here it comes. Here it comes.
I've been with
Four.
women
Maybe.
as fit
No pun
as
intended. No pun
both of
intended.
you are. Do you take the hottest fucking possible showers ever? Like, do you just like turn it up
I take
as hot as
baths.
possible and just blow steam in your face?
Yes.
I like
Oh
hot
God,
bubble
yeah.
baths
You
with
see,
candles
that's a
and
skinny girl thing, and then they'll come out of the shower and get in bed with me, and they're freezing, and they'll put their cold feet on my legs and snuggle up to me, and I just go, "Eek," and like everything that I have downstairs just shrinks.
Nah, I just use a heating blanket.
I've got to go to the bathroom, so keep talking. I'm listening.
She's got to go take a really hot shower real quick.
Travis Chase, 1975. Hell yes.
What? What's he saying?
The
He
best
said
part
the
of
best part of sex.
Oh,
is
telling her to
telling
go home.
home.
Well,
All right, look, I'm already a nuclear
I want
reactor.
to wake up next to the person.
When I weighed 185 pounds, I just exude heat, and would take a shower with a girlfriend, and she just cranks it up as high as it could go, and it's just like seriously steam just blowing out of the shower head, and I'm in the corner just cupping my balls and my dick in my hands, just like trying not to get burned by this massive flood of lava that's coming out of the shower head. And she's like, "Oh, I love it." And I'm like looking at her, I'm going, "I really want to join you." But I have sensitive material downstairs.
Why am I hearing singing?
She's playing music in the bathroom.
Oh, okay. I thought you was singing.
Okay.
I thought she was having a.
Like,
Never mind.
Yeah.
She
I
had
don't
a good
sing
old-
to my
good old-
No.
serenade to
She's
poop to
not.
get it out.
It's too late at night for her.
What you guys don't sing when you pee?
No.
However, if I have a large enough shit, I'll go opera.
Where did he come from? Where is
But Boosh,
I'll walk outside without pants on and just go, "Fly me to the moon," and just let it go.
Oh Lord.
What, you guys don't do that?
No.
Usually when I pee outside, it's to my neighbor's hatred because
What fucking shit? He's like my neighbors.
I can't say what they really are, but I say my neighbors or my ninjas. So anyway, I stand on my third floor balcony and I pee, and it really pisses them off because they're like, "What the fuck is that white guy doing?"
You're lucky you didn't get arrested.
You're like, "Hey, neighbor."
Fuck you. Fuck your
guy.
boxes. Fuck that sidewalk.
What you say? Third floor balcony. You just walk out and go.
As long as you don't try to take a dump that way.
Bruce is my hero. Oh God, if he took a deuce in front of him.
I would love to have an ass full of poo and just like get myself at a 45-degree angle, leaning forward with my fucking bare ass cheeks touching the little rails.
You just have to make sure you take some laxatives. You'll be able to
He's
do
like,
it.
he's like, howdy neighbor, quit fucking spying on me, or you're getting more of this.
Between squirts, you see my old man balls dangling down there. They're almost touching.
What is this? What does that mean?
Bruce,
Ever
Bruce,
had
do you
anyone
live
offer
next to
lawn
like
furniture
the
as a
Black
form of
Mrs.
foreplay?
Kravitz?
Where'd that come from?
I live
Hey,
in an
what I
area.
miss?
It was
Non-Bruno.
diverse as hell, and then like now all of a sudden we have like the Katrina situation in Houston from 2006. Like, where'd all these Cajun black people come from? And
There's no such thing as Cajun black people. Cajun is French Canadians that were forced out during the war.
but there's
Creole.
There's
Creole.
Creole that are here.
Well, here you go.
Oh yeah.
Amber Heard. That's well.
Oh my God, that's
like hanging his
terrible.
cheek over the third floor balcony, going, "It was a dog." What it said? It was a Yorkshire Terrier, and you're like, "That's a 3-pound shit, Bruce. I don't think it was a Yorkie."
Oh.
The Chinese restaurant said it was a Yorkshire Terrier. What are you talking about?
Hey, what does this mean?
I had an ex that would show up in the morning to my house after I got off from night shift after work, and she wanted to be tore up.
Jeez.
Oh no.
He had a girlfriend that had poor sense of timing.
She had what?
Poor sense of timing. He had a physical labor job, and she's coming over
Oh,
after she's been out with her friends. I'm feeling kind of loose and crazy. You want to do something? And he stumbles home after welding like sheets. of
that's why
fucking
she's
metal
his
together.
ex.
Well, I got with an Asian chick back in 2010, and she's down there sucking me off. She's like, "It tastes kind of funny." I was like, "Yeah, it was just in your ass. You got to get your priorities straight."
That's disgusting. Ugh. But this guy right here, he said the best part of sex is telling her to go home. Well, I feel bad for him because he didn't have very good sex then.
Oh,
That's all I can say.
who said that?
Travis.
Travis.
Do I know Travis?
Janet,
No.
why didn't you laugh at that? Everyone else laughed at
Because
that.
that's disgusting. Ugh. I don't do that. I don't. That's one thing. I guess I'm a prude because I don't do
you
anal
did it.
sex. Because if
It was
any
just-
guy ever comes to me and says he wants to poke it up my butt, I'll say, "Let me go get my a dildo and I'll shove it up your ass. If you like it, then great." But I'm not doing it.
Look at her.
Janet, what happens if you both really like that? You will have a
No,
Marina
you can do
cocktail.
it. That's fine. You guys
Oh,
can do it.
Bruce can peg
But
you.
I'm not doing it. I'm not
You-
going to do it.
You didn't watch the movie Deadpool, obviously, because the first hour of that movie, Marina Baccarin and fucking Ryan, whatever his name is,
Ryan
they're
Reynolds.
doing that. Yeah, Ryan Reynolds and her. She straps one on and lobs it in his butt. You can see
Yeah,
that.
she straps it on. She's not getting it. You see what I'm saying?
Oh
I'm not.
God, it's a
I'll give it
it's
to
a-
you if you want
it's
it,
a
but I
love.
ain't
The
gonna
first
take it.
Deadpool movie is a love story.
It is
It
a
really
love
I
story.
loved it. I loved Deadpool. I thought it was great, but I'm not
I
doing
thought
it.
Deadpool 2 was okay. I think they fucked up Juggernaut. I was very disappointed with that.
Mm.
I can't tell them what to do. I don't have millions of dollars. I just go see movies that I want to see, and then after that, I'm like, I liked it or no,
What do you
I
So
hate
what do you
it.
What do you
guys
think
think?
about
You
the
think this new
Deadpool
one's
3
going to be
trailer,
good?
Bruce?
Wolverine?
Yeah, the new one, Deadpool 3.
I'm not going to watch it because I just won't give money to Disney.
Who's
I'll-
in
Well,
it?
I
Who's
love.
in
Well,
I
it?
that's not-
Wolverine?
that's not the question.
love Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool, so I will.
I'll
give
see
you my
it.
money.
I'll definitely
Janet
Give
from another
Ryan Reynolds
planet.
my
This channel does not condone internet piracy whatsoever. So, Bruce, if you had the opportunity,
I will definitely see that movie.
yes, I will too.
Yeah. I guess I have to be within these two lines here, but yes, I will see that movie.
It looks just based on the first trailer, it looks back to form.
Yeah.
It's definitely going to be rated
That
R.
reminds me of something. So wait a minute.
There was a
Is that the one
fight
with
for what?
Deadpool and Wolverine?
Yeah, Wolverine can talk. Hugh Jackman Wolverine.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. Hugh Jackman is Wolverine. Sandy.
Okay. It was
Boosh, your microphone's giving out again.
Wolverine and this asshole.
That sounds better.
there he is.
Yeah, I've been
What?
excited
freak?
for the Deadpool 3 movie for God, what, 4 years now?
QCast, what does he say? Jeez.
I don't know. I can't read chat.
There was a girl who snuck out for sex while her husband slept. When she got back, didn't get a chance to shower. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Oh, that's called crabs.
Oh, Lord in heaven. It's insane.
It's a true story. I used to vacation in New Rochelle, New York, with my father and my uncle, and my uncle passed away, but my father and I kept going back to New York, and we go to City Island.
Are you still showered with him? Just kidding.
Yeah. We always shower together too.
He's dead. He's dead. Necrophilia.
Yeah. So we used to prop up his dead body, and we cremated him. So we brought the urn in the shower after the cremation. It was great. No, fucking weirdo.
Here you go. Here you go. Here's another one I did when I wore this outfit with Bruce.
Titties.
You can't hear it.
Wait, is that a real outfit?
Yeah, that's me.
Hamburger, the motion picture, starring Lee McCloskey.
She's so excited. So am I.
Yeah, I got excited with that one.
That was a good movie, though. I'd never seen it before. Oh, sorry.
I love that movie. That's really a good movie.
Let's see.
I'm sorry. Was there dialogue in that shot?
I don't know why. I don't know why I thought those were fake.
No.
What, her tits? No, her
I
tits are
wear
totally
those
real.
outfits in the whole interview afterward. That night.
I
That's the
apologize.
outfits that I wear.
So there was a video like a year and a half ago. It was a short with Janet, and
Yeah, which
she
one?
she has
Jimmy
she has
Rizzo.
both of her hands over her chest, and she's got this like an emoji face, or what do you call it, filter on, and she just smiles and tilts her head to the side and opens her tits, and she goes, "Whoa!"
Wait, who? What?
You didn't see that? Oh, see, this is how long I've known Janet.
See, like this one. I don't know which one you're talking about. Do you know the name of it so I can look it up?
No, but you had a filter in your face that looked like an emoji, like it was in the top right hand corner of the screen here. It kind of looked like that.
You had
without
your
the,
Jansen Planet.
Oh, I
Well,
had my cat eye glasses. Okay.
yeah.
Did you see the video I made for Drew
But
for his
she
birthday?
starts opening her shirt, but she doesn't open it all the way, and then like squeezes her tits together.
Oh, and it's that big fat guy.
It cuts away to the
That big fat guy. Okay, yeah. I did that one. But did you see the birthday video I made for Drew?
I've seen all your videos.
Andy helped me film that one. And when I had the birthday presents on my boobs, and I was like, "Happy birthday!" like that. Did you see that one?
I don't know. Show us.
I don't know. I don't have it. I sent it to Drew for his birthday. I'll have
Ruben,
to
stop
Drew's
it!
channel.
You're ruining
I'd
the
have to
whole
go to
thing.
Drew's channel and get it because
Yeah,
it was
I don't
on his
remember.
live
I think
stream.
you should share it with the.
How is Drew?
You
I
should
haven't
probably have
talked
to
to him
share
in a
with the
long
channel
time.
so they
Can't get
have
a hold of
some
him. Can't get a hold of him.
context, so we know what you're talking about.
Well, again, he did. Never mind. Poor guy. He did something.
Here's another one right here. See?
Oh yeah,
Join Bruce and I tonight as we review the movie
There is a filter.
Legend, starring Tim Curry and Tom Cruise.
All right, hang on, I gotta readjust real quick.
Hello,
There we go.
Yeah.
There you go.
So I'm pretty impressed that we had
Orange Hat was talking, and I was just kind of tired. I didn't mean to fall asleep on a guy, but like, holy shit! Like, I woke up and he's in the middle of like, and then when I am in power, we will be taking over, and there will be no welfare.
And we will kill all of the youths.
I adore him. He's such a sweetheart. I really like his
He's a
passion.
cute little Hitler.
I just love
The
him. I
dude,
think
the
he's
dude
great.
was talking for 20 minutes straight.
For what? I like it.
Nothing,
I like
man.
him to be himself, and I like him. I like his point of view.
So
I think
I was,
he should
I
have
was in
every
the
right to
chat.
say what he wants, just like I do Ruben. I like Ruben's point of view. I like all of you to be able to be yourselves and say what you feel, and I think that's important.
But I whenever Bush entered the chat, like that conversation kind of crumbled. Like I was expecting a fencing between the two of them. I didn't see it happen. I was
You
kind of
heard it. You heard it.
Yeah.
Well,
It
it
says,
would have been better
we
if I had
need to start getting
stupid
together and marching on Washington, and we're going to take them all out, especially if they're black. And I came to the chat. I'm like, let's settle down a little bit here, brother. Let's make it funny. Janet has amazing breasts, so let's talk about those instead of killing people.
So then,
I said I was going to kill myself. Before
Yeah,
I went.
and we try to get you away from that.
So the are the wire are the
It's there.
The what?
Oh, I'm sorry, talking to myself.
What are you saying, Ruben?
I have a question. So bras are important for like enhancing the bosom for
Yeah,
like
they push everything up where it belongs.
No,
Because gravity works.
But certain bras don't do it. Certain bras do.
Yeah, you wear certain bras. They're called push-up bras, or you can just wear a regular one. Like I normally almost always wear a sports bra where it just pulls everything and flattens it out and holds it so it doesn't bounce around when I walk and stuff.
Right.
So
You want 'em to be
gravity
bouncy,
is a thing,
you know,
and there's a reason
depending on
why
what you're
women
doing.
wear
So then
bras.
it's, so that, when I do take women to the lingerie store, which is I think something that I've done before.
I want to hear this.
No,
Yeah.
but they want my opinion. It's kind of weird. I don't know
Well,
why.
that's because we don't want to spend $200 and something on a bustier or something that holds your hose up and has all the corsets or whatever and has all the
Right.
jewels on it.
But they-
If you don't like it, if there's something like let's say you like pink or you like white or turquoise or
Ruben,
black or red.
If you take a woman to a lingerie store,
Mhm.
the only answer is yes.
Nuh-uh. Not when you go in and
You look fat, say yes.
thousands
Does
and
this one make
thousands
me look skinny? You say
of
yes.
different
If you say,
things
"Do you
that
like
you
this?"
like.
You say yes.
Well,
You
I've
just
had a different
answer
experience.
yes every fucking time. You have no input if you take a woman to a lingerie store.
I do.
You're not
I actually
there to have an opinion.
Boosh, you're a dum-dum.
But I was there for an
If
opinion.
you're paying for it and she's going to
Who's
try
not
it
paying
on
for
and
it?
model it for you, you would want her to try on a few outfits so that you can make sure you're buying something that you're going to use over and over again, right?
Nope. If she likes it, she likes
Because
it.
I'm telling you right now, a woman in lingerie is more attractive than just a naked lady.
Oh, we had the
Give you
unit
something
for
to think
Victoria.
about.
Victoria's Secret is like $50 for a fucking thong. Yeah. So we go there and she models some stuff for me.
Well, see,
and
I
I'm
don't
sitting
like
up there on the couch with the other
I don't like
fucking
thongs.
morons sitting there waiting for their girls to come out of the rooms.
I don't like having
it looks
something
good,
up
baby.
my
She's like, doesn't make my ass look bad.
irritating.
No, I said, yeah, it looks good. Yes, it looks good. Get that one.
Well, if you take her to Victoria's Secret, you're going to spend a lot of money.
Yeah, but
they
Victoria's Secret they do measure. They'll measure you because again, basically, what sometimes that women don't get the right bra size.
That's correct.
No,
that's
I
what
was
used to
wearing
be
a
awesome.
sports
They
bra
stopped-
when
they
I went
stopped
in,
doing
and
that.
they
They stopped
measured
doing
me
that in,
like
like,
this
2016.
around, and then up, over your shoulders
Right.
and all that stuff. And then because I had picked out two little things that I thought were cute and a bra that I wanted.
Can you
And
model
she
them
said,
for us?
"You're a
These two little
30."
things that are
She
cute?
said I was a 30.
Go back to talking about the two little
you were
things.
what?
36. She said I was a
Yeah.
36D, and I said, "Well, I'm wearing a sports bra." And she goes, "Oh." So we had to remeasure you. So she made me take my sports bra off, and she said, "You're a
Exactly.
36 double D."
So
And I
this
was like, "What?"
strange
I was
girl
way bigger.
started looking at your naked
I was
breast.
way bigger than I expected to be. So yeah, I was shocked. But I got good fitting, nice
Yeah,
stuff
that's
because I did
you're
let the
completely correct. Most women don't have the correct cup
exactly.
or bra size.
Yeah, because it's just not as
sometimes
it's
not.
not as
Sometimes it's
nice.
uncomfortable. They
When
just
you're
put it
wearing
on because
a
they have to
shirt,
put it
you
on.
want it to be smooth, even though you want to have the cleavage and stuff. But I don't want it. I feel sorry for the girls that I see on the runways on the red carpet, and they look like pancake boobs. You know, they're flat, and you could put like 16 pencils underneath their boobs, and it would
How
hold
many
them.
pencils can you put underneath your boobs?
I can't hold one under mine when I take off
Are
my
you?
bra.
You're out of your. I don't believe that. Prove it.
I don't know. I'm not going to have to prove it. I'll do it for Sandy. She can tell you.
I keep trying. I keep trying.
So, what I'm saying is,
Bruce,
that's how you judge
on the
it. If you
floor.
can put, how many pencils can you put underneath your boobs when you lift them up and then you let go of it?
So
You know,
are you
how
a
many-
size? Are you a size 8 or 6?
No, I'm a 12.
You're not
12?
12.
Yeah, because you can't put an 8 around these.
No, he's talking about your hips, baby.
No, I was talking about
No,
dresses.
hips aren't measured that way. Dresses and stuff are measured like 8,
I keep
10.
trying to make her stand up, and Ruben's like, no, that's not what I meant.
No, I was doing dresses because
You've seen me stand up before.
I have. I love it.
Okay, so all right. Well, I'm not doing it right now.
No. Because
Well,
again,
it was just for the folks at home in the chat.
I was trying to like I wanted to know what
I'm wearing these shoes. I'm wearing they're
the
high heel
punch-
tennis shoes. See?
Yeah.
Are you gonna go join the fan girls for
No, but
New
they're
Kids on the Block?
I like them. They're very comfortable.
I
I have white ones and black ones.
Are those Converse?
Mm-mm. Nope.
No, it's the Russian off-brand Converse.
They're cheap high heel sneakers.
What are they called? Converse?
They call them comrades.
Comrades. There you go. That's what they are. But yeah, it's it's a lot of work, girls, to try to look decent, for guys. I mean, people always say, I bet you, what do you wear when you go to the gym? I bet you're all, decked out. And I'm like, no. I usually wear a baggy sweatshirt or something and sweatpants.
I wear a cutoff tee and gym shorts to the gym. I don't wear tights. I don't wear like a tank top, nothing like that. The only reason I wear a cutoff is so I can look at the mirror, so I can see what muscle groups I'm actually working on when I'm doing lifting. That's it. Like,
you can't tell when you're doing something which muscle, whether it's this muscle or it's this one when you're doing
well, no, my triceps are massive and my biceps are pretty good, but I like focusing on muscle groups when I'm lifting and looking in the mirror when I'm lifting or doing squats. I can see whether or not I'm doing it properly or what muscle groups in my arms I'm doing when I'm doing curls or
see, I'm real careful
military press.
because if you do too many exercises that work these muscles right here, your boobs will disappear.
Pectoral muscles.
Yeah,
Oh,
your boobs
really?
start to disappear. Yeah, because your boobs are nothing but fat. Okay, this is all fat right
And there's
here.
there's muscle behind
And
it.
there's muscle under it. So if I start exercising and doing too many of the wrong ones, my boobs get smaller. Why do you think gymnasts are almost all completely flat?
Okay.
Because they don't eat fat. No, they eat. You can eat. You just have to do the right exercises, just like your butt.
Olympic gymnasts, Olympic runners are on extremely strict diets. It's like rice.
Because you don't want to be a runner and you're running and you're going bam, 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 and your boobs are hitting
you can't have that running approach.
I ain't doing it.
I watched.
That's why I wear sports bra. Sandy
like
knows
2 years
exactly
ago?
what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it was 2022.
Right?
I watched.
You're right. You're racing along and it starts to trot. And you're going bling, bling, bling. It sucks.
So,
Right,
Janet,
Sandy?
it's funny you say that because you ladies have the stuff upstairs.
Yeah,
some of us
just think
men
about it.
have stuff
See, that's
downstairs
what
that
that's
hangs
one thing
loose
I
as
want to
well.
ask
Yeah.
about you guys.
So I was
Why
watching the
why do men
100
not
meter
wear
sprint.
briefs all the time? Why do you want to wear boxers? I mean, doesn't it hurt for all that to just like dangle around when you're when you're walking and shit?
Yeah, well, yeah, when I was younger, I used to wear boxers. But this dude, he was from Germany, and they're doing the 100 meter sprint, and there's like Jamaican dude, and then like the guy from America, and then the guy from
Oh my
France, and the
God.
guy from UK,
Look at this.
and a German dude, and he just hauls ass, and his thing is flopping around inside his jumpsuit, like it's, and he's just
Doesn't
hauling
that
ass.
hurt? Doesn't that hurt
around.
you guys? That's why you guys is when you get old,
Yeah, it
all
hurts. It
men's
absolutely hurts.
testicles hang way down to their knee, pretty much.
Well, I used to, like, back when I was in college, I used to be able to do a
People
helicopter.
tell me that.
If
Is
I
that
try to do that
Sandy?
now,
Have you
my
ever seen
balls
them?
have gotten so low. Like if I try to
I have
helicopter
to hover on a
my
toilet.
dick, it just, my balls start going with it too, and it hurts.
Sandy,
Ooh.
Yes.
when you were a stripe, wasn't it called a candy striper?
Yeah.
When you
Oh,
were
really?
doing that, didn't you see a lot of old men? And you said their balls hung right down real low.
Yeah.
Wow, what a great question.
So why is that? Is it because they don't wear boxers? I mean, they wear boxers instead of briefs.
No,
or-
No,
no,
it's because
it's
of their
age.
age and the
It's age.
fatness and all that stuff. It's just the ball itself hanging in a piece of skin.
I know, but they wouldn't hang down. My boobs are just fat in a piece of
It's a whole
skin.
different kind of makeup than having
No,
boobs.
because
balls.
so the testicles that men have create sperm. That's the reason that they're there.
Yeah, and women's
If
breasts
we
create
get rid of it, they start pulling back up. If we don't get rid of it, they start getting bigger.
So that's what's called blue balls. That's why you have giant
Blue
golf
balls
balls.
isn't a
Or
thing.
what is it?
Blue balls is
Softballs?
not a thing. Just
Did they get as big as softballs like that?
no, not mine.
No, I mean anyone's.
Maybe like Peter North
So you'd
or
be sitting
Rod
like
Jeremy.
this up off the ground.
I
Can't sit down.
have sat on my balls. Yes.
Jesus Christ.
That's
Worst I ever
disgusting.
had.
That sounds so gross.
So then here's the question I have.
Gross. It just
Okay,
Oh,
okay. Related to that aspect theoretically. So
I'll show you the chair. I'll show you. So like it's a Papa Hemingway, and it's got these big armrests on either side. So I put my hands on the armrest and started sitting down, and my junk just started going, yep, we're going down too, and sat right on my ball.
Oh God. So then here's a question for you.
So why not wear underwear?
I was wearing.
Okay.
Never mind.
Wait, Ruben
No,
has a
you know,
question. Go ahead, Ruben.
For the ladies.
Mhm.
So when you meet a man and you have a relationship with him,
Mhm.
do ladies talk about the men's equipment with other ladies? If
Yeah.
they like,
Yeah.
okay. I don't
That's
know.
like I said, but I've told you guys that many times. I go, girls are just as bad as guys when they're in the ladies' restroom talking about a guy's ass or whether he has abs or if he's got a big package. Same thing you guys do. I've been a tomboy for a long time.
Like,
I've been a tomboy, and I'm telling you, we all do it.
No, no, no,
Everyone
no,
does
no.
it.
No, no,
Anyone
no,
who
no.
says they don't, they're full of shit.
No. I didn't say it didn't happen. I just wanted to know that it's common in the sense that
I think it's common.
Not
Well,
common
because-
as to everyday talk, but common as when you get with your best friend or whatever. And
No,
Because
you get away from the men.
No, if you're
Get
at
away
a
from the men
bar,
and start
okay,
talking
you're at
about
a
that
dance
shit.
club,
'Cause
and you're in
again-
there with a bunch of girls, they're all in there talking about stuff like that.
because here's the
in
thing.
women's bathroom.
most of the
'Cause
time,
it-
if I'm in that setting, I just make jokes and stuff.
Because here's what's funny. Okay, now
Okay.
the reason I say that is that basically because again I was talking to Haya because we talk via StreamYards. Basically, we log in and we start talking, right? And we're talking today, and then she gets a call from one of her best friends she hasn't talked to in 6 months. So then basically it gets the subject of she's happier now because of me, right?
Mhm.
And then I'm listening to the phone call, and we're just talking, and then she basically says that she basically says that he's very handsome, and I'm going, well, okay, thank you, and I'm just like lying, and then she talks about the things, and you're going, oh, I'm a happy woman.
What things?
The thing? What
The
things
thing.
do you mean?
Yeah,
Well,
she said she started talking about the things. What things?
I didn't mean
your dick and balls.
Yes.
All right, just say that.
I just wanted to say, but basically in saying how big they are to their girlfriend, so whatever. It's just funny. I didn't know they say. I didn't know
That's hilarious.
I didn't know they talk about this stuff in that regard.
Oh yeah. Oh, there's this guy I used to play football with named Mueller. I don't remember his first name, but he had a dick that was hanging down mid thigh, like soft. Like we fucking showered, like we were football
Okay, I
players.
got a request.
It was
Where
ridiculous.
was it?
Like he had like the
Part. I
most
can't find it now.
big German
Oh, here
Jew
it is.
dude had
This
the
one.
biggest dick I've ever seen on any
Oh,
man.
damn it.
And we used to go party. We used to have house parties, and girls
Here
would
you
go
go.
over to him and be like, "Oh, I want some of that," and go get
All
with a big dick
Bruce,
Mueller.
wait a second. I got to play this
All
one
right.
because I got a request.
Well, I had a story, but all right.
It's Janet from another planet.
Good
Join Bruce
Christ!
and I tonight
Now
as
I'm
we
about the
review
size
the
of Mueller
movie
because you're doing this.
Waxwork, starring Zach Galligan and Deborah Foreman. Hello.
I want to introduce you to my friend Mike. My little
Hello.
friend Mike.
Mike Hawk. Is his last name Hawk?
No. He's a midget. He's about 3'9", and like he does the cleavage test. If you have good enough cleavage, his head disappears.
So he's a midget or a dwarf?
Well,
I say that
so
every time.
the point of the story I was
Midget
telling was
has the same arms and legs match their body. A dwarf has short arms and legs and a normal size torso.
Short arms and legs.
Okay, well he's a dwarf.
Okay, well
they don't like it when you
the cleavage.
None of us knew how long he was when he was excited, but when he was not excited, it was like hanging like mid thigh. So we'd go to house parties, or we'd go to football parties, and word got around. Like, motherfucker's got a hog like my arm. It's like a baby's head.
So he's like a tripod.
Oh boy.
He's like a tripod.
And someone would tell someone, and then like, oh, I got to get with him.
Okay, here you go.
The dude would bust in about 3 seconds every time he had sex.
Every time.
So what's the fucking point of having a 12-inch dick if as soon as you stick it in there you just bust?
Dangerous.
Well, he didn't have any control.
Breath control.
That's what it sounded like.
No, because he was getting fucked all the time. He just,
I'm surprised if he's getting
Okay.
fucked all the time.
Wait.
how did he know it?
Wait. Stop. Play that again.
Okay, hold on.
I think Sandy's interested in what I'm doing.
Janet from another planet. Join Bruce and I tonight as we review the movie Dangerous Liaisons, starring John Malkovich.
Oh,
Glenn
Dangerously,
Close,
that's great.
and Michelle Pfeiffer.
It's a good movie.
Also,
Okay, that's
God.
nice. That's nice.
Oh God! Hold on, I gotta push pause.
What
You gotta
about
you should remove the the
Keanu
Chiron
Reeves,
too,
Thurman.
so you can see it better.
I don't know how to do that.
You can get rid of. You can just click on Station Keys again.
So yeah, Sandy, it was like every fucking party, and
Click on it again.
he had zero refractory. Like
you click on it to remove.
Once he'd go, he'd be like done for the whole fucking
You
night.
click on it twice and it goes away. Okay, here's a good one. I want Bruce to see.
Are you gonna remove the names?
Is it going to be Mueller's hog? Is that
No,
what we're
hold
looking
on.
at?
No, this is special for Bruce only. not Bruce, but Boosh.
Boops.
Oh,
Sure.
this one's for Bruce.
This one's for
Boobs,
Boosh only.
boobs only, boobs, boobs.
For Boosh. There you go, Boosh. This is
I
for
heard
you.
boobs. I heard boobs.
Oh shit!
Hello. And Bruce and I tonight.
All right, I
I
have
wish
to
you would have
go.
done a deep voice, Janet. Like, hey, I'm Lady Baller.
I forgot about that, but oh well.
Yeah, wait, go back to that one. Warriors come out to play.
They have worn this wig like 7 times.
Hey,
For different movies.
What do you guys think about piercings?
I'm not a
piercings.
fan of
Huge
facial piercings at all.
So nobody on this panel's pierced?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you
Wondering,
about
is
it.
there something
Bruce
to
is-
it? Does it like
Bruce is
do you
back.
have to have? Does it give you more sensation or what? Because the only person or man I've ever seen pierce was when I was in Dallas, and
I've never seen one.
He was a dancer, like we were dancing in cages and stuff. And he got
Well,
his
like a tongue piercing, you mean?
no, it was on.
There you
his
go. What do you think of
genital-
this outfit? Aren't these sexy
Oh, sorry.
lingerie? Hillbilly lingerie.
Planet. Join Bruce and I tonight as we review the two.
Dog, Comrade Janet is here to promote Putin.
See? I wear all kinds of stuff.
Do you have a video where you're not wearing stuff?
No.
Oh,
That's on OnlyFans, and you have to find the other girls that do that.
I'm already paying you for that. I don't see that.
What?
That's all right. No, that didn't happen. Chat, ignore everything I just said.
Bullshit.
What is
I don't have any of
OnlyFans
that.
anyway?
I don't know. I'm not
Lost
sure. This
3
one was
viewers.
good.
Quick, go boobs
Everybody
again.
likes me as a blonde.
Oh.
It's Janet from another planet. Join Bruce and I tonight as we take a trip to Flossom Paradise and review the movie.
See, I
Fifth
love the
Element,
hair.
starring
just
I was there for that
Blonde.
one. I love
and
Fifth
Mila
Element.
Jovovich.
That's a good outfit.
See?
I like the hair.
Fifth Element is one of my favorite sci-fi movies
Me
ever.
too.
God, I love it.
Love it.
And Bruce and Janet did a great review on it. If you guys in the chat haven't seen it yet, I think it's on Bruce's channel. Or Janet,
Yeah.
did you do a multicast?
I don't know. It's on my
Lulu
channel.
Dallas multipass.
I don't remember if I aired it or not because it hasn't been forever that I've been doing that. It hasn't been that long. But this was
Multipass.
from Riddick.
Multipass. Yeah, she knows it's a multipass. Anyway, we're in love.
See, I'm a brunette in this one.
But,
No, it's Janet from another planet.
Can you
Bruce
move
and I
the
tonight
words?
as we get one step closer to the underverse as we review the movie Riddick, starring Vin Diesel.
There you go.
You know that
I like the other. I like the other one better.
The words are blocking the view. You know that, right?
No. What
Yes.
word?
Six Nation.
Six Nation Kings.
Oh, like Suicide Kings?
No, Janet, you have the prompt from the chat in the window.
Oh, that. Okay. I was thinking it was something else.
There
That.
you go.
Better?
There you go. See, now you can see everything.
Okay. See?
Now you can see everything.
Hello, it's Janet from
I'm just
another
saying.
planet. Join Bruce and I tonight as we get one
Ruben got what he wanted.
closer to the
No, I'm just saying. You can see everything now. You're blocking it.
starring Vin Diesel.
I dated several girls that did not wear the correct bra, and a couple of them I took to Victoria's Secrets, and yeah, there used to be women there that worked at Victoria's Secrets that would help
Bruce and
them
I tonight
fit
for
them for a bra that
Halloween
actually worked.
fun as we review the movie The Thing.
Oh, nice.
I saw that one. I was not active in the chat for the thing, but I was
Yeah, remember this one?
This is Janet from another
Yes.
planet. Join Bruce and I tonight as we review the 2005 supernatural thriller Constantine, starring Keanu Reeves, Rachel Weisz.
I was very active in the chat for Constantine.
I remember that.
I love that movie.
I think it's
Janet from
great,
another
but
planet.
it was it should
Come
have stayed a
join
one-off
Bruce and
because
I
it was
tonight for
great as a one-off.
Halloween fun
Right,
as
it
we
was.
review the movie The
They wanted to make it a
Oh,
part
this is
2,
some true
and Keanu
romance.
Reeves said,
Forgot
or
about this one.
Keanu Reeves said no, or maybe the
Hello,
studio
it's
said no.
Janet from
It
another
was something like
planet.
that, but
Join Bruce
Yeah.
and I tonight as we review the movie True Romance.
oh, I saw that one too. That was a while ago. True
Hello,
Romance is
it's Janet from another planet.
That's a good
God.
one.
Good
Bruce
movie.
Tonight
I
as we
think
review the movie The
what's his
League.
name? Christian Slater.
Yeah.
Starring
That might be his best role.
I think it was. I just think
Where do
it
you
was.
get these outfits from? There's so
He
many
was
good
good.
Well,
outfits.
he was really.
I make them, or I buy them, or I already have them.
Join
She
Bruce and
steals
I
them.
tonight as we review
She
Andy
goes to
Warhol's
L.A. where if you steal
Dracula.
less than $1,000, they don't
Join
stop
me
you. So she
for a
just robs
snack.
stores.
Oh, jeez.
Hello, it's Janet from another planet.
Good Lord,
Join Bruce and I
pirate
tonight
Janet.
as we review
See,
the
I've worn
movie
a lot of costumes.
Cutthroat Island.
How
Yeah.
much lotion did you put on your chest before you
That's
filmed
not
this?
lotion. It's whipped
Sweat?
coconut
Is
oil.
it sweat? Oh,
No,
it's coconut.
whipped
Oh
coconut
my God.
oil.
Tonight as we review the
Coconut
All
oil.
natural coconut oil. She just like rubbing on her chest before she gets dressed up. I love it.
Ford.
Here's
I
one.
was not there
Sometimes she
for
puts a little
Trevor.
sparkle in
I
it.
wanted to be there for
Hello,
Trevor,
it's
but I
Janet
missed
from
that one.
another planet.
You
I
could be
did.
her
Bruce
oil
and
boy.
I as we review the movie The Warriors, starring Michael.
Warriors come out to play. Yay!
Mm-hmm.
Join Bruce and I tonight as we review the movie Demon Hunters, Dead Camper Lake.
Yeah,
produced
I got the
by
alert for that
Jim
one, but I did not.
Productions.
I hadn't seen the movie, and I didn't want to.
Hello, it's Janet from another planet. Join Bruce and I tonight as we review
Janet really
Night
likes looking
the
at herself,
99
doesn't she?
thriller Stigma.
Well, I'm just trying to show you because I haven't seen that one before. I haven't
and
seen that one
Patricia
before. I haven't seen
She's
that one
funny.
before.
She's funny. It's funny. I like it. It's nice.
I
Nice.
love this is one of my favorite ones.
Oh yeah.
Hello,
Oh boy.
Janet
I've never
from
seen this one.
another planet wants to invite you to join Bruce Lombardo and I on his channel every Monday night for the month of October as we review scary movies.
Good.
Join us if you're not too afraid.
Oh, I just love this shit.
Hello, it's Janet from another planet. Join Bruce
Okay,
and I
it's a better
tonight
view.
as we review the movie The Night the Lights Went Out in Georgia, starring Dennis Quaid and Christy McNichol.
Yep.
Hello, this is Janet from another planet. Join us tonight on A Girl, a Guy, and a Movie.
See, I tried
as
to
we
make
talk
them with
about
just
the
pictures too, just to
1995
see.
Science. Hello, it's Janet from another planet. Join Bruce and I tonight as we review the movie Rob Roy, starring Liam Neeson. Hello, it's Janet from another planet. Join Bruce and I tonight as we
You
review
almost
the
look like
movie
you're skinny dipping in your hair.
classic, The Suicide Kings.
Almost look like what?
And that the other one
It's
that you
Janet
were
from
just
another
on,
planet.
and
Yeah.
Join Bruce and I
what do you call
tonight
it? A
as
little
we
black
review
dress.
the movie
It
South Park,
almost looked like you were
Imagination
skinny dipping
Land.
because the background was so black too.
Hello, it's
Oh, that's a
Yeah.
good one.
Hello, join Bruce and I tonight as we review the movie Maverick, starring James Garner, Mel Gibson, and
Yeah, it was
Jodie
a good movie.
Foster.
Oh, it's such a good movie.
Mhm.
It was a lot of fun.
Hello, join Bruce and I tonight as we review the movie Logan's Run. Hello.
This one, remember the
Hello,
Explorers?
it's Janet from another planet. Join
I
Bruce
didn't
and I
see that.
tonight as
I
we
didn't see that
review the
one.
movie
That
The
might be.
Explorers,
What year was this one?
starring Ethan Hawke and River
I don't remember
Phoenix.
the exact date. But there, I'm done. There you go. That was just a like a run of some of the stuff that I've done.
Sandy, how do you feel about going to Victoria's Secrets and getting a bra that can do some stuff?
Hold everything in place.
She's speechless.
She probably fell asleep.
Oh no. No.
But yeah, it's fun. I was so thankful that
Bruce is
Bruce
gone
asked
too, huh?
me.
I'm here. I'm
Bruce
I'm
asked me
talking to wife.
You're what?
to be on his
So
show.
Bruce is married.
Yes, he's
and
married.
showing all that stuff.
Oh, I heard that.
You what?
We just had a small earthquake here in San Antonio.
Oh, I've heard that you guys have been having a couple earthquakes.
Really?
Wow. Is it because she was showing the videos?
I wish.
Yeah, the table rattled a little bit.
So I'll just disclose some things here. I'm not a member of a fracking community anymore. I used to be a fracker, but when I worked for C&J Energy Services from 2013, 2012, I don't know if Janet's sharing this or not, but
Yeah, I am.
okay, down here, Floresville, Pleasanton, there's another road goes up towards Divine. There's almost like 3 loops around San Antonio, really. There really are 3 loops. Anyway, down here in down by Floresville to Karnes City, Kennedy, there's a lot of frack that used to go on there. Exxon and
fracking.
Marathon. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Exxon and Marathon. This was like one of the big spots over here. And then there was another large chunk of it went on between Dilley and Cotulla around this area, but there's no earthquakes been reported there. Over the past month, all this has been going on.
That's the epicenter.
There was two today. There was 2 today. One in Skidmore, and then just right now a 2.7 in Skidmore this afternoon.
So they have to be doing. They have to be doing some severe.
New Falls. It's 4.3 on Richter scale.
You can put an app on your phone that will help you keep track of all of them. And it's free.
So, Janet, do you know what they do in fracking?
They break rocks up to get the stuff out of it.
No, it's no. They put mud. I mean, Bruce. They call it mud, right?
Slurry is what we actually call it.
Yeah, they pump it down into the earth and it releases gas.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then they collect the gas and sell it. Things like propane or methane.
We have a casing, which is this
natural
large
gas
pipe that goes down in the ground.
Yep.
And then we'll put charges in. Wireline companies will throw charges down and they'll fracture outside of the casing and that splits the shale. Then after Wireline does that, they retrieve their tool and we go down and we push water and sand into those areas that have just been cracked open. And the sand wedges in between the cracks and keeps the galleries open. Now, because of that and us forcing all the crap down in there, it causes the product, be it natural gas or oil, to come back up. Once we have everything running, it goes into an automated process. It takes about 4.5 to 6 weeks for it to go from absolutely nothing at the site to a productive well or Christmas.
And the bad stuff that comes back out has to be sectioned off. And what they used to do was laid down this. It's like a giant rubber diaper, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And they'd section off the mud that came back up and put it into that and spray it down with God knows what. That started causing.
Is that natural gas, right? Isn't this
natural gas, methane,
or oil? Or oil.
Because in Oklahoma, I've had a couple friends that's told me that they're doing that too, fracking, and that they're having earthquakes and stuff too.
Well, you're basically taking something that's naturally under the
Pressure.
water table and removing it and trying to replace it with something that is not part of the water table. And that's been causing problems up and down the Mississippi River from fracking for, God, decades.
Yeah.
They have it these days to a pretty good degree where they can not destroy the environment by doing it. But, you know, they're supposed to be regulated by city and state and whatever company is financed by the government to do fracking. Some of them cut corners and
Yeah.
things go wrong.
I think though there's another thing that you're not thinking of. A lot of people don't think about it. Whenever you frack, you're breaking into the continental shelf, right? You're breaking a solid piece of rock.
That's what I thought. I thought that's what they said. One of the shows that I watched, that they break up the rocks to get the gases inside to release out.
Yep, and the pressure.
That's what I was
there
saying,
is
and Bruce
so
said no.
bad.
That's not what they do.
I actually like what we're doing with fracking because, say if we never did frack, so this would be one solid piece of rock for decades or years maybe, but then one day the pressure would be so bad that it would shift, and you have a fucking 6-point, 7-point, 8-point earthquake. I think the fracking breaks things up to where the pressure will build, but the pieces aren't so big. So you go every month or two
with the drilling that they do and the bombs that they use, it actually separates the shelf instead of splitting it.
Yeah. And I think we're getting lesser earthquakes because of fracking. The fracking is helping us out because if we didn't have it, we'd have these like 8-point, 9-point Richter scale, like horrible earthquakes that would ruin civilization. Right now, they're just causing fissures or cracks in your foundation. A 4.7 is the worst we've had here in Poth. That sucks, but it still could happen. But I think
it's still better than the alternative, which is to just cut the shelf. I mean,
yes.
So yes, fracking bad, also fracking good.
No, how about
the sinkholes often happen in areas where there's not fracking, though, like hundreds of miles away, which is weird.
Well, Florida has a similar issue. I mean, there's natural gas in Florida, but they can't drill inside Florida. They've tried it; it does not work. They can drill offshore. I think 5 miles.
Why
they can
can't
drill.
they drill? Why can't they drill?
So Florida is a very unique state
Because of the swamps.
Well, yeah, like most of the state is actually below sea level. So once you start putting pipelines down, like you can drive up I-95 or I-75 north out of Florida, and you'll see derricks out there. They're not drilling for oil; they're pumping water because the majority of the state is under fucking water.
I know. It's Louisiana, down in New Orleans, all that area is the same way. It's all below sea level.
New Orleans is a very special kind of city. So what they did was they built the city on a shale shelf that started sinking once you start putting shit on top of it. So they built levees, and they have to have this massive pump system to pump the water out of the city to keep the city afloat. Like it's insane that New Orleans has survived for as long as it has. And when Katrina hit, the levees broke, and the entire city flooded. You know, and they got it back. Like they got the Army Corps and the engineers to come in there and fix the levees, and then they didn't fix the fucking levees because they took the money for themselves.
Well, the people abandoned their posts and didn't open the levees.
No, the fucking people were told you have to leave your homes or you will all die. They're like,
no,
keep me out of my
fucking home.
the
Corps of Engineers still leaves people to do it. We've had millions of hurricanes. Okay. And this time the
Well, not
people that
millions,
were in
not,
charge,
not
well, you
millions
know what
of
I
hurricanes.
mean. Hundreds of hurricanes have gone through New Orleans before.
And they keep
People were lazy
shoving,
asses
and they
and
keep
they
shoving
left and
the
didn't do
entire
their
city
job
keeps
and it risked
lowering.
people's lives. That's what happened. It's a
The
failure.
entire
Just like
city of
what
New
happened
Orleans,
in Hawaii with the
the entire
fires, the dumbasses that were it's not doing their jobs and it caused
right.
hurt.
So the entire city of New Orleans keeps sinking. It's never stopped sinking. We're talking like an inch every 10 years or something, but it's still going down. It's
Mhm.
still sinking into the mud, into the
Not
swamp.
really, American woman. American woman, try your microphone.
Is it? Can you hear me?
Now we
Yeah.
I
can.
can hear you.
Damn.
What
Sitting
was
there
going
talking
on?
and shit. I don't know. I was trying to interrupt her or trying to make
No, go
comments
ahead. Talk.
for me. And I forgot what you guys are talking about now.
How much
New Orleans is
hurricanes?
like
Gras.
geologically a very
Oops.
bad place to put a city, and it's been like that for 150 goddamn years. And they keep
Yeah.
building on it, and it keeps sinking. And one of the things they do is they build these levees, and they have a pump system. Same thing with New York City. If the New York City pump system stops working,
I
Manhattan
never
will sink.
kicked you out, Sandy. I
What?
can't believe you said that in the back
What?
chat that I kicked you out. I did not. You had two avatars, so I took one down. That was it.
No, you,
I took
Janet, you
No.
kicked
the one
me.
that was
You kicked
second.
both me and Sandy out
When?
Well,
about an hour ago.
It was
yeah.
an
Well,
accident.
how do I kick you out?
I don't
Don't I
know,
have
but
to click
I
on
don't
you
know.
like this and say remove?
I don't know how.
That would be one way.
Okay,
That
well,
was
I've never done that, so I don't know how you got kicked out.
I don't know. It's okay though now. No, I just said. Remember, I asked you. Every time you do something, it seems like I get kicked out or something. You said it's not on your end. It's got to be mine. Right?
I don't know.
I don't either.
I'm not doing it on purpose.
No, I know that. I'm not saying that you did it on purpose. I mean, you're a bitch.
Sandy, you been in New Orleans?
Huh?
Yes. Sandy's been there.
What?
How do you
New
feel about New
Orleans.
Orleans?
Oh, I love
Or
it.
Nolans, or where the fuck they call it, NOLA.
I loved it. It's a adult playground. It's a great place.
So good. I'm glad you said that. It just leads me up to my next question, which is,
When do you go back?
if parents walk down Bourbon Street with their children, I think the parents are in the wrong.
If they walk down Bourbon Street with what?
Their children.
Kids.
You think that's wrong?
Yeah. I'm
Why?
down Bourbon Street. Because it's fucking ladies. You walk down Bourbon Street on the left side. Well, in the middle of the street, there's a bunch of nonsense going on. Like there's a magician. There's kids. just
When did
hanging
you
out.
go? When did you go
Bourbon
and see this? When did you go and see
When?
this?
2015
No,
and
for
2017.
what holiday? I'll put it that way.
Oh, first time, no holiday. Second time, there was a jazz festival.
Okay. Most people that come to New Orleans during the daytime and walk down a Canal Street or any of these streets,
I stayed at the
you don't have
Marriott
a problem.
Canal.
Okay.
But you don't take them to the Red Hat Parade. You don't take them to a few things down in the quarter. You just don't take kids down there. And
First
certain
time I was down there, Bourbon Street, don't take kids down Bourbon. Well, better idea, don't take kids to New Orleans. There are people walking down the street smoking big fat hog blunts.
Yeah, if you don't want to have to
cigar
explain to your
roll,
kids,
weed, walking down the street smoking that broad daylight like 2 p.m.
if you don't want to explain the shit to your kids, then don't take them down there.
I completely agree with that. Like, you start walking down Bourbon Street, they're gonna see some shit.
Yeah.
Well, they
And
have the
fucking-
naked bicycle
fucking
race.
The crowds on
Yeah,
the
Janet.
sidewalk.
That's
Like, there's
Well, they do. They have a
I
naked
know.
bicycle race, but it's down in the quarter. And when people would contact me and say they wanted
fuck
to
the
come
French
there,
Quarter. Fuck the
I
French
would
Quarter.
tell them to go to Metairie, and that's where you take your kids to the parades and stuff because they're family oriented.
So I'm
And,
walking down the street
and the floats and everything are different and have more childlike stuff and on the floats. If you do it down in the quarter, you're going to get penises and boobs and things that are not appropriate for children. But that's what the whole thing is about. So any person that knows anything about Mardi Gras and some of the stuff that happens down in New Orleans knows better than to take their kids to certain events and where not to go.
Well, no, I don't think.
I tell people go
certain
to the
events.
website
Sandy,
and make sure you
I
do
think
it.
Sandy
That's
nailed it. It's a very adult city.
It's
So when
an
was
adult playground?
So Boosh,
Yeah, it's an
Bruce,
adult playground.
when's the first time you saw boobies? And not in a magazine, not in a movie.
On
in
National Geographic. That's the
None
first
of
time
those.
I
No, he
ever-
said it's a magazine.
That's
No,
right.
not no magazine. I mean in real life. In real life.
Oh.
What? First time
Probably
saw them. I was 14 years old. We were on vacation in Cozumel, and there were some German broads over there who were nowhere near as attractive as these two ladies on the stream, and just went, "It's got Manuel. It's a Manuel," and they just took their fucking tops off, and I was like, "Oh shit!" I'm like 14, maybe. I don't know. Hang on.
Damn.
Yeah, like 13, 14. And my brother and I were scuba divers, and my brother and I were just like, they can't all be that bad, right?
Right.
Well, I used to have some fake boobs. Okay, big ones. I ordered them online, and they were Beth's. The bounty hunter's wife's boobs, supposedly. And I wear them. I put them on, and I'd wear a shirt over it when I take people down to the quarter. And they'd say, because they wanted big baubles, the giant ones, nice ones, and you don't get those unless you show your boobs.
Right.
And the people up on the balconies, usually you rent them for like $50 an hour, and they give you bags of baubles, or you can buy it, fancy ones, and they'd yell, "Show us your tits," or something like that. And then I would be with a group of people, and I would flash, the fake boobs, and they'd throw down the big baubles, and I'd let the people that came with me, have the big stuff.
That's
so
funny.
that's how you get them.
So,
You gotta
Janet,
have someone show their boobs.
you talk about Mardi Gras, and that's fine, but it sounds like a fucking nightmare to me. There's something in downtown Tampa called Gasparilla Festival. They have a day parade, and then they have a night parade. The night parade is basically mini Mardi Gras, and they have pirate ships on wheels just coming through Ybor City, and they're throwing out beads and stuff
Jerry's
like
right.
that.
Everyone needs to go once.
Yeah, I've been twice.
You're right.
I went. That's some of the best goddamn seafood I've ever had in my life. I went to Felix's and had oysters, and I went to another place. I went to Felix's with my girlfriend in 15, and then in 17, with my mom, went to Felix's and this other place that I can't remember. Best crawfish etouffee I've ever fucking had.
Yeah, the best restaurant I would take people to that came to visit me was on Veterans Boulevard, and it was called the Swamp. I think it was called the Swamp. I'm trying to remember. Oh shit, I can't remember now. I went blank.
That's okay.
But the thing is, they have for lunch. I would take them there. We get the swamp basket, and it had like turtle soup, frog's legs, alligator tail, big prawns.
That
Great
sounds
big
like the place I
prawns.
went. That sounds like the place I went.
I wish I could remember. Can you remember the name of it, Sandy? The restaurant?
I can't remember of it either, but yeah, it was the
Was
best.
it a French name?
No.
Mm-mm.
Okay, no, that's not
The
the same
Harbor. It's called the Harbor, I think.
place. No, it's not the same place. Anyway,
The Harbor, and
still,
it has a butcher
great
shop
seafood.
like on one side where they sell seafood and stuff, and you can get fish and fresh stuff, and then right next to it, hooked together, was the restaurant.
Well, at Felix, there's like no hostess or host or seating or anything like that. You just walk in and sit down, and people just start giving you oysters.
Yeah, that sounds like
Fucking amazing.
Acme
There
down
was
on the border.
we went to that place that was right on the water. It was a place to eat. It was the
The
best.
Redfish Grill, was that it?
No, that was in town. I forgot the name of it, but it was right on the water. The fishermen would come in with their catch and stuff. It was just the best place. I forgot the name of it too. I have to look it up. It was great. Great food.
Well, I'm glad that both of you don't remember the name of the place either.
I don't
Sorry.
know what to say.
Yeah.
See,
know-
you
I
get
know
to wear
Felix is-
cute little hats like this, down at the quarter. I loved it.
Oh God, walking around the quarter was fucking obnoxious because there'd be like a group of 13 overweight women in front of us, and they'd hear a song at one of the bars we're walking, or restaurants or whatever, boutique or whatever we're walking by. They hear a song and just go, "Hey!" and just stop and start shaking their asses. I'm like, fucking move! Or you can't say that because there's like 30 of them. So, but walking in the
Oh, you get the
street,
break.
cars
the bunny
honking at
ears.
us. I'm like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? I'm there with my girlfriend. Well, next time I'm there with my mom, and my mom's like, "What do we do?" Two options: walk in the road, turn around, and go back. And she's like,
Oh man.
"Well, no, it's this place over here. We take a right on Bourbon after." And I was like, "Okay, fine." So we have to walk in the street. I gotta like help my mom off the curb, and there's these fat black women just going, "Hey!" Just,
With the ashy knees.
were they what?
With the ashy knees, that they're on their knees a lot.
I was not paying that much attention. They just all halted because one of them heard a song that they liked, and then the rest of them just started dancing too. I was like,
I just remember
I love
go
that.
down to the quarter, and the girls would come out of some of the little strip bars, and their knees were like 10 times darker.
Yeah.
than the rest of their legs. So I was like, oh, you don't want to go in there. So they felt
Yeah.
you don't know
well,
what you
yeah,
get.
down Bourbon Street, on the, like I was saying, there was like a magician in the middle of the road, and on the right side there was like some particular kinds of shops, and on the left there was clubs for men to go into.
Yeah, there was like the
Right-
cat's
right-
meow. There's a
Yep,
cat's
remember
meow
that.
down there.
It's not even a revolving door kind of thing or any kind of black.
Because they want you to stay. They don't want you to go
There's
in and
just this,
leave. They
there's
want you to
just this
stay and
woman
spend
out
your
there
money.
with a gut like the size of mine, and she's wearing a tiny little skirt, no top, boobs out.
There's a
she's
lot
just,
of
like,
that
leaning
everywhere.
against the door jam, and I was like, "This is not a place to take children."
That's almost everywhere. Go to Walmart, man. Want New Orleans? Go to Walmart.
Yeah, it's all over the place.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, it's late. I gotta get off.
Yeah, we're gonna go to bed. I mean, I gotta get up.
Yeah.
What? When's our game?
Game should be 12:30.
12:30.
I gotta
Yeah.
go to work. So
I gotta play tomorrow.
I hope you guys have a good game.
But if you ever get to go, you need to go and get online and sign up to do the Segway tour. You get to ride Segways, and you get a tour. You get a tourist guy that takes you around and takes you to all the. You can either do, depending on which kind of trip you want to take, what kind of tour. Like if you want to look at old buildings or where the old vampire stuff, was going on, or, where they made different movies or different things like that. And then the other tour that I tell people to take is a cemetery tour. So like some of the mausoleums that are up off the ground because they don't like to bury people because of the water table. And it's so cool because at the very top they have these little slats that, you know, for your name to slides in and out. And at the very top they'll open it up and have a new person up there, so you can put a new body at the very top, and then they put a new slat in, right? But the way that what they do to get it ready for you to put the new body up there is at the bottom they pull the bottom slat out and the bones and stuff fall to the underneath the crypt. Then they put it back in, and then they pull a slot on each one, working the way up, and this like doop doop doop, the body just falls, goes down. And that because after 100 years they're allowed to do that. And then they take the nameplates and slide them to the next one below, and then put a brand new body at the top. So it's really interesting. And then you can do rubbings of the cool headstones that they have, things like that. It's a really fun tour, depending on what you're wanting to see when you go, you know, the historical part behind. Then you want to go down to the square so you can see all the cool art and stuff like that. And it's just beautiful down there. I just loved it. I hated to leave, but it's just got so bad. It's just so bad. The crime is just terrible, and it's just not safe anymore, really, for, you know, normal people.
Yeah.
But is Bruce asleep?
Nope, not yet.
Okay. Oh, but
I'm looking at some miniatures and trying to figure out what am I doing here with.
So Ruben, what do you have planned for your channel?
Basically, I'm relaunching my channel to I'm going to start doing weightlifting and weight loss exercises and move forward, more food. I'm going to be launching a channel called Alt-Right Fitness. It's going to be so basically that the going down to 250 and then going down below, trying to get that 200 if I can. And then basically just find me on YouTube, Rumble, you know, Instagram, everywhere. So got to get out there, get things done. So start talking things about men's health on my main channel. Start doing politics on Rumble. So that's what I'm doing all over the place. Find me on X, altrubenhaynes.com.
Okay, and Bruce and I will have we're going to be playing tomorrow on his channel on one of our games. I can't remember what it calls the different ones. Sorry.
Tomorrow's going to be Pathfinder.
Pathfinder. Okay.
Yeah, we'll be doing Pathfinder, and then we'll run that for about 9 hours, hopefully. And you guys will be done with a major leg in the game. I can't wait.
And then Sunday night we'll be in Bruce's Discord, and we're going to watch Wind River.
Yep.
Starring Jeremy Renner. It's a really, really good movie. It's my recommendation. It's about what?
Jeremy Renner.
Isn't that how you say his name?
It's Renner.
Renner. Sorry.
I mean, we could talk about Hugh Aberdeen, the ex-wife of Eric Weiner.
Oh yeah, dating very rich Soros.
She's dating little Alex Soros.
Yeah. She likes some ugly guys, boy. I tell you, skinny, ugly guys.
I mean, she was dating money from. She was dating, you know, Hillary Clinton before. She was dating him, you know, getting the lackey's husband, and now she's dating Hillary Clinton's money. I like this.
Good night. I don't hope I would miss him.
Good night, y'all.
But before we leave, I was going to say you can come watch the movie with us at 7, and then Monday night join us for the review of Wind River.
I've been turning on the public viewing portion of the Discord about 5 p.m. because I started watching Babylon 5.
Yeah,
and I really like Babylon 5.
Have you done a review on that movie with the bald head guy?
Which one?
He's young. He's in a home with his grandparents, and they come out, and he's all white.
Yes, he did.
Yes, Powder.
Yeah, Powder.
Yeah, we did that months ago.
I love that movie. I'm just wondering.
I dressed up as Mary Steenburgen's character.
That wouldn't be too hard
Mhm.
because you look good. I heard it. And then you look like Sigourney Weaver, Susan Sarandon.
Yeah, I did. We did the movie Pandorum, and I dressed up, and I had people tell me that in my chat that I
Yeah.
look like Sigourney Weaver in that
You
one.
do. And you also look like that girl that was in that movie with the cowboys and aliens or whatever. She was
Olivia,
what was her
I
name?
don't know her last
Olivia
name.
Wilde.
Cowboys and Aliens.
Yeah.
I don't think I saw that movie.
Yeah. She remind me of her too.
What's her
Especially
name?
in all the little
Olivia Wilde.
videos you post of you, you're doing your just the pictures and you do a slideshow.
Mm-hmm.
And you really look like her there.
No, I don't know who she is, so it's kind of hard to
I
say.
sent you a
that
picture of her and you said, "Oh, her." Remember?
Mm-mm.
Hmm.
Was she on House?
Yes.
Oh, I don't remember what her name is. Okay, I remember.
Olivia Wilde.
Yeah,
That's
Olivia
right,
Wilde.
Olivia Wilde. That's right. I've had people tell me that before. But okay, well, guys, thank you very much for coming, and I hope you guys have a wonderful night and a wonderful weekend.
Okay,
Thank you
too.
so much.
Bye, guys.